We got a bunch of crazy stuff to talk about. This is Modern Comic Mayhem. All my diamond dogs out there, I want to say what's up. Brian, key that music so we can get this stuff started. How is everybody tonight?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
All I know is Hot 10 was probably the craziest Hot 10 I think I've ever seen made. The list.
Yeah, it was a crazy list this week. That's for sure. Comics has been weird lately. Comics has been just so weird lately, and on both sides of the coin, right? I mean, we got all these stories tonight that we're going to talk about of like comic writers and stuff getting fired, and comics not wanting to help artists with NFTs, and then on the other end we've got like prices going through the roof, and then people scamming people, and it's craziness. But what we do know is that comics are stronger than ever, and that's the important thing. And we got a great community here. 24 live in the chat right now. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Another fun Saturday night.
I'm with you, Leftover, man. I melted when I seen that Squirrel Girl pic. Oh,
what might have been.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Well, we'll get into it.
I'm going to take that picture and blow it up, and I'll put it on my ceiling.
Yeah.
My wife will love it.
So what do we got tonight? We've got comic shop talk coming up later. We're going to be joined with Bill Ponseti, and then he's got a cool announcement coming up for anybody that's in the Southwest. Stick around for that. We're going to talk Titans with him. We've got, of course, we're going to talk about the new Warriors cancellation. We're going to talk
Matrix.
Matrix. Hell yeah, that Matrix trailer came out. We got some Star Trek news for nerds, and then we're gonna be punching back a little bit tonight. So we're gonna have some fun. So shout out
for
to
her, Ed. I would be a furry
for Squirrel Girl. Yeah.
For the AT&T chick. Oh my goodness.
Well, actually, why don't we just talk about that first? I'll bring up that beautiful. Where is it? Here we go. So here's the news. New Warriors series featuring Squirrel Girl was killed because it was quote unquote too gay, showrunner says. Huh? What?
Right, that's what I don't understand. What?
Huh? Reported by Gizmodo, former New Mutant showrunner Kevin Beigel tweeted out 3 behind-the-scenes images of how do you say it? Milena
Vaintrub.
Milena Vaintrub. Yeah, Squirrel Girl. Naturally, that tweet was quickly deleted, but Gizmodo was able to take a screenshot of the photos before Beagle took them down. He also tweeted a brief explanation as why the show was canceled, citing it was, quote, too gay, unquote.
What does that even mean?
Yeah. Huh? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. We're all scratching our heads over here.
Yeah. DC has no problem with. Like, I don't know. It was like you can't even make a comment on that. Like, it's so stupid. It'll be interesting to see how long that guy lasts in the industry. He's probably some big wig.
You said that was New Warriors?
Yeah, New Warriors. So I'm trying to find
this harkens back to maybe it was about 2 years ago. If you guys remember, Daniel Kibblesmith's canceled New Warriors comic book. And that was not necessarily for being too gay, but that was also had some big problems with that huge internet online backlash against the character reveals. And before we know it, Marvel canceled that series. So now we have 2 projects, both titled New Warriors. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, that New Warriors stuff was pretty far in development, it looks like. I mean, they did a official look. Oh, here we go. This is Screen Rant. Official look at Squirrel Girl from canceled New Warriors series revealed. I mean, if they were doing all this, they were pretty far into it. I mean, look at some of these pictures. Don't want to go there. All right.
So wait, that casting was real?
Yeah, they got footage. They have post-production footage, it looks like.
Wow. I had no idea
Yeah,
it was
they're
this far
watching
along.
shows. They're watching shows. Like, that's crazy. That's a big deal. You know what I mean? How many do we think they only filmed one episode? Can we get this uncanceled? That's the question. You're muted. Hold on, brother. There you go.
It's time to go to what the fuck is it called? God damn it.
Option hell.
Kickstarter.
No, not a Kickstarter, but you go and you file something and people sign a petition.
Change.org petition.
There it is. We need to start one of those right now.
You need to have a few more White Claws. Loosen up that brain.
Right? It's all locked up.
Get a presidential executive order.
Here, I'm going to start it right now. Bring back Squirrel Girl.
Yeah. Go to change.org. See if there's one there first. Because if there is, we'll have to link to it, because I'm down for this.
Let's do it. Change.org.
All right, let's see what the actual show was supposed to be about. So here's
this is a porn site. I typed it wrong.
Ooh. Well, what's in your history there? All right, so New Warriors TV plot. An unaired American television plot pilot created and written by Kevin Beagle, based on the Marvel Comics superhero team of the same name. Intended to be the MCU and acknowledge the continuity of the franchise's films and other series. All right, let's see. Here's the team. The pilot stars Squirrel Girl, Craig, Master Immortal, who make up the New Warriors, along with Jeremy Tardy. I don't know who all these people. I want to know who all the characters are. Here we go. Squirrel Girl, Master Immortal, Night Thrasher, Speedball, Microbe, and Debris. So they were going off of that Scotty Young series, it looks like, right? Chat, let us know. I remember the Scotty Young New Warriors series where they changed it all. It was more cartoony and stuff. It sounds like that's what they're going off of.
So I don't see one yet. So should we do it under local? Should we do it under human rights, women's rights, entertainment?
Entertainment.
Okay, entertainment. Continue.
This is crazy.
What do you want to achieve? Bring back canceled Squirrel Girl.
Yeah, uncancel New Warriors. Yeah.
Squirrel. You use Squirrel Girl.
Yeah.
Okay, uncancel Squirrel Girl.
Is it true that Germans can't pronounce squirrel?
It's right now I can't.
All right, so here is the team that it looks like maybe they're basing it off of, right? Adding in Squirrel Girl. Maybe
Should I do Squirrel Girl show?
Yes. New Warriors, and then after that, put New Warriors. So interesting. Swirl Girl. Yes, that's where it's going. Anyway, Swirl Girl.
Great. Who has the power to make this change? Choose the recipients of your petition. These are people or organizations with a problem to solve it. Okay, I'll do Marvel.
Yeah, Disney.
Marvel.
This is crazy.
Disney.
You need to write it.
Company.
Comic Book Human says you need to write that petition so PETA accidentally supports it.
Amen.
Yeah. That being said,
okay, I'll just do Marvel. Oh, what else should I do?
What else does it say?
It just says choose recipients of your petition. These are people who are organized. You want to put it on the screen?
Yeah.
Well, I'll do this together.
At the same time, everybody, remember, check out that QR code for drinking game, secret drinking game words. You guys can get wasted with us.
This is some really great activism. I feel like we're accomplishing something great today.
Oh, this show, we're going to be accomplishing many great things tonight, Sam. We're going to be, this is going to be a crazy show.
I'll do.
That's good.
You know what? You know what? You know what else we should do? We should do Joseph R. Biden.
Joseph.
Yeah, let's take it to the top.
Let's just take it to the top.
Beagle says a singular power that B killed the show because it was too gay. A rich, straight Brentwood turd. He got fired for being vile at his company. We, on the other hand, live. Huh? No, you don't. The show got canceled. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
He's teasing us. He's saying the show lives, but we know that it's not living.
Says other tweets made by Beagle, which also have been deleted, allege that the New Warriors was canceled by a homophobic executive that took aim at the show for being very, very proudly gay. Beagle did not reveal who that executive was, but the former showrunner did clarify that it was not Jeff Loeb. So there you go. We know it's not Jeff Loeb.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point, Timothy.
How am I
Look, Timothy.
That is a great point.
Get your other phone.
Just draw it.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else should I do? Is there anybody else?
I think that's it.
I mean, we went to the top. I mean, we went from Marvel. We had Marvel, Disney, and we went straight to the president. I mean,
yeah. Next.
Explain the problem we want to solve.
We want to see Milena Vaintrub.
How do you spell her name?
Play Squirrel Girl.
Milana.
Milana. Wait, hold on. Okay.
VAY.
VAYNTRUB''S. There you go.
Okay.
Oh wait, we want to see no. Take off the apostrophe S. Sorry, that's cannabis talking.
Oh, let me take
Milana Vaintrub. No S. No S. This is by the way, you guys, 53 Live. We're letting people trickle in. What we are talking about right now is the sad cancellation of Squirrel Girl because Milena Vaintrub is too hot not to be on camera as Squirrel Girl. Let's see if we can find some of these pictures here. So of course the AT&T girl is Squirrel Girl. Where are the pictures? Here we go.
It's because being too gay.
For being too gay, yeah.
It's so delightful.
It's
God damn it.
good, for being too gay is not good enough. Yeah.
It's not a good enough reason for a show
to be as good as New Warriors to be canceled. To a show as good as New Warriors to be canceled. Chat, let us know if you guys want us to add anything to this. Yes, that is what you get for smoking indica, or indicia, as people call it. Very excellent. Good Lord, her book would explode.
Who calls it indicia?
That's well, it's not. That's a joke. Indicia is the inside thing on the bottom of the front page. Yeah,
doesn't sound like
Squirrel Girl got canceled.
We're all upset. We're all upset about it. Yes, it did get canceled.
We live in a society.
We live in a society, period.
Yeah.
No.
We live in a squirrel society.
Exclamation point.
I was going to say, we live in a society where something that is considered too gay shouldn't be ground. What else should we say? Is that good?
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we need.
That's it right there. Continue.
Unless you want to put a personal appeal. Like, I mean, have you seen her with her bushy tail or something like that?
How can her with her bushy tail not be on a show?
No, don't put that.
Have you seen her? Have you seen her flipping through town with her bushy tail? How can that not be a show?
Okay, I'll continue.
Is she still the AT&T girl?
Yes.
Yes. Someone
Really?
should Photoshop a little tear.
Oh, we need a petition with a photo.
Okay, hold on. I'll give you.
We need to get that photo you just had with her head like to the side and just a little tear streaming down her cheek.
Canceled. All right, so let's find one where it says canceled. Here we go. I could do this. This is what we can do. We can take a screenshot of IGN. Let me do this. Okay, so Kyle, just take a screenshot of the link in the show notes. This one. Take a screenshot of this one. You know what I mean? Just like from here to here and down, and put.
Okay.
Yeah. Just keep the show going as a marathon to bring attention to the plight of unemployed squirrel humans like John and Yoko in bed. Yeah. So, anyways, it's kind of sad, you guys. New Warriors canceled. By the way, if you guys don't know, early Scotty Young stuff here in this old school New Warriors from Marvel. I remember when they changed it. It was very interesting. So, big difference between the New Warriors that we remember as kids in the 90s that every comic book shop had thousands of, and they still made a second print of it. Remember that, Ish?
Hey, can you pull up the canceled New Warriors?
Which one?
The one that was recently canceled.
The issue? Is there a
no, the series New Warriors.
Let's see here.
By Daniel Kibble-Smith.
All right, let me go see if I can find it here. What's going on here?
Because you got to check out the character roster on that.
Squirrel Girl is lame. Code Red. Come on, she looked good.
You know what? New Warriors.
Code Red.
Squirrel Girl is going to replace
Who hurt you?
Kyle's Farrah Fawcett poster.
Who hurt you, Code Red? Why do you not like joyful things?
Right.
Yeah. Here we go. Marvel's New Warriors series draws criticism about diversity. So this is the new team, huh? They got canceled?
Yep. That's what I'm saying. So two Marvel projects called New Warriors canceled for similar
reasons, for being too gay. Here's the original New Warriors that we all remember. Great cover. I remember the like they changed Nova's name from Nova to Kid Nova. That was kind of weird.
Right.
Speedball was always super weird to me. Like, why would you name a character Speedball?
Shit.
Right? Like, God, Jesus, man. Here's the characters.
There were Safe Space and TikToker and Snowflake. No, those are the real names.
Selfie Girl.
You have the blue guy there.
Stick.
His real name is Snowflake.
This guy's name's B Negative.
Yeah, and then you have Snowflake and Safe Space were like twins or something. And then
the middle guy, Kibble Smith. I remember he described him as your traditional jock, and that
does not like
criticism online.
What?
It's jocks wear a lot of pink, I guess.
Yeah, that's weird. Criticism of New Warriors. I have created a version 2 of my Snowflake and Safe Space redesign, Hale and Haven, with an adjusted look and a slight color variant between the two images on Hale. What? The superpowered twins Snowflake and Safe Space have generally received the brunt of fans' criticism. That's fucking ridiculous. Well, listen, you guys, we live in a crazy world, and unfortunately, we want that to be a real thing. I mean, look, they have all kinds of production shots and everything. Holy cow.
Right. I that one right there that she's standing. Woo wee.
Yeah. All right. You ready? You're on screen.
Upload that video or upload that photo.
Steve Ditko
Right,
co-created Squirrel Girl and Speedball, obviously named after a Big Pen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
John Belushi did love Speedball.
Yeah. Well,
The
all right,
computer
you
is being
guys.
slow as shit.
The change we'll let you know when the change.org petition is up. We'll link it in the chat. Kyle, when it's up, link it in the private chat, and I'll put it in the in the chat for everybody so they can click on the link. Shout out to everybody that's with us live, 74 live. Wonder World Comics says AT&T girl as Squirrel Girl. I'd watch it. Her with another Squirrel Girl, even better. Hey, that's why we're putting out the petition, Dennis. We agree wholeheartedly. Like that needs to happen and happen soon. So we'll let you know when the petition is out. The change.org petition.
Kyle, did you see a code red put in?
I had plenty of raccoons touch me. Still lame. Oh boy, you guys. All right, so everybody was wondering where's Marco tonight. We're hoping Marco will show up. He's out taking care of getting me some information.
He's
that
a
I will
fucking
reveal
troll.
soon. We're gonna reveal it soon. We're punching up tonight, you guys. We're punching up tonight. Shout out to everybody who watched the Hot 10 last night. Crazy Hot 10 list. And shout out to everybody who is subbed to the channel and is part of this community. We appreciate you. If you're not already subscribed, hit that red subscribe button below. And if you guys don't know, hit that QR code up top for the secret drinking game words right there. And
It's already got me.
have fun with this tonight. Yeah, Kyle's already toasted.
I've never had this much problem with the computer before in my life.
All right, what's our next story for the night? So, Matrix. Here we go. Let's get into this one. Matrix trailer. Did you guys all see it?
Yes.
What'd you think, Sam?
It gives me the same kind of feeling as like Episode 7 of Star Wars, where they're trying to recapture the magic of the first one.
Yes.
And retreading some familiar ground. So I'm going to be interested to see what is the driving force behind the story here, because otherwise it did feel a lot like a retelling of the first movie.
I didn't understand it. It didn't make much sense to me, right?
It seemed like they're in this world where they don't know about it, but they kind of know about it, and they're getting back into it or something. Like, I don't know.
If they can figure out the way to play off the meme that everybody's throwing around that he's like John Wick and all that stuff, and if they can pull that off, that would be awesome, because
I think he's the one who actually said it. I think Keanu actually said that.
Your computer's working overdrive.
Are you overclocked?
Yeah, he's overclocked. Yeah. Hold on. Shout out to all the retailers out there. Hive Comics. What up, Hive Comics? Wonder World Comics. Dirty Flippers Dancing. Dirty Flippers Dancing all the way to the bank. That's what I do. I dance all the way to the bank. Yeah. All right, let's take a look here. What does it say? Warner Bros. Revealed this morning what we first saw at CinemaCon, the trailer for Matrix Resurrections. Like, don't. I kind of almost wish that. Do you guys want it to be a play on the old stuff, or do you think that you're ready for like a new story? I don't know if I want the old stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there is a big effort to cash in on nostalgia these days, but is that necessarily a good story? And I think if they're trying to resurrect a franchise and bring us more Matrix movies and maybe redeem the last 2 Matrix movies, which were not that great, is it the best way to go about retreading the same ground, or are they going to bring us something new? It looked very, very similar to the first movie. I mean, we had a red pill and a blue pill. I mean, it just looked very much the same.
And is that guy supposed to be Morpheus? Like, what the hell was that? Why do they have a younger Morpheus? Like, what's going on with that?
Yeah, it was supposed to be Morpheus, and I don't understand.
No, I don't think that's Morpheus. I think
Yeah, it is right here as Morpheus.
Right there as Morpheus.
That's Morpheus.
Yeah. I thought I read an article where they said there was a reason about something and whatever. Then. Yeah,
he's a younger Morpheus. Well,
Christina Ricci's in it.
Yeah, Christina Ricci.
Yeah, I mean, I like the look of the cast. The cast looks great, but the question is, what are they doing? Like, what is this story? If they're just going to rehash the first plot and say, because there was that plot thread in the previous trilogy that said, we started and restarted the Matrix several times. There was always this kind of Neo character that kept coming out and served an important purpose. And is that what we're doing here? Is it them resetting the Matrix and then having another Neo? And what's the purpose here? I have a hard time understanding it from the trailer, other than it just looks like a retread.
Yeah, it's just are they trying to hit on nostalgia? And the Wachowski sisters haven't really put out anything good since Matrix that I can think of. Have they done anything good since Matrix?
I don't think so.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Finally.
Very interesting. Ish, what do you think? You not a Matrix fan? Is Ish frozen down there?
Yeah. No, I'm here. Yeah, I couldn't give a shit about the Matrix. So I have no thoughts.
I could give a shit, he says.
I could care less about these movies.
Oh, what the hell? Yeah, weird, man. Anyways, well, let's take this back to comics. So here's the crazy thing, right? We've talked about
You want just the title, New Warrior series, right? That's all you want, right?
Yeah.
That's the picture.
Yeah. The whole picture. No, the whole thing on IGN, like why it was canceled and everything.
Okay.
Just that way people can see it and know what's going on. So the Matrix has a comic that was released and recalled, right?
Yep.
And it's a book that a lot of us have been talking about for years in the CBSI, crews and people in the boards in the old G+ days. This was a book that was like on our list of stuff to search for, because at the time it wasn't selling for a lot. But this Matrix promo comic was recalled, and some of them got out. Actually, a lot of them got out, and now they're selling for a nice little clip. I mean, you should be able to get them for $1, $2. Now they're selling for anywhere from $40 to $70, which is crazy. You can see $60. So this is the book. It's I think I'll bring up the recalled comics. If you guys don't know about recalled comics, it is one of the best comic book sites out there, and they talk about all this stuff. They don't sponsor anything on Flipside. It's just a great tool for collectors and a fun page. Let's see here. Where's the search? Let's go to recalled comics. Google. Let's see here. Comics by title. All right. Let's go find the Matrix here. Matrix comic preview. Here it is. So this comic was specifically printed for the U.S. cinema audience for the film of the same title. However, the content was deemed too mature for the audience and was withdrawn and quote-unquote pulped, right? Some of them got out. Copies are fairly easy to obtain from auction sites such as eBay, and high-grade raw copies could be purchased for less than $10. Not anymore. High grade CGC copies over 120, over 120 are graded, have seen some upward price movements, and could be cost over $100. More than that now. So this is the book that you guys want to be looking for. Chat. Let us know if you guys know any other really good comics out there. I'm sure there's a couple of them, but this is the one that you want to be looking for to maybe make a little cash off of and flip.
Flip, you say.
I say flip. I say flip it. Flip it. That's what we are.
Flip it real good.
All right. Matrix goodies. So yeah, this is good stuff. I can't remember if anybody has said any good Wachowski movies that have come out. What are some of the latest Wachowski movies?
Came out with movies lately?
I don't think so. We're gonna find out. While you take care of that.
I'm logging in right now so I can finish it up.
All right. So anyways, that's that. Remove. All right. That's one of the other stories. Another story that we've got. Let's get into did you see the Al Ewing Immortal Hulk stuff ish?
This harkens back to I believe it was issue 42 or 43, which was recalled because of alleged anti-Semitic slurs in the comic book. So, I mean, the next issue is the final one, number 50. So it's kind of weird. So they didn't exactly fire him, but they waited until the series was over to say he was fired. So I don't know. It's one of those things where they kind of let him slide for it.
It says here, Marvel's break ties with Joe Bennett, removes Immortal Hulk artist from upcoming projects. It ends its 27-year relationship with the guy. Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they could have done this 6 months ago, when the alleged, controversy happened. So I don't know why they're waiting now, but
probably to clear the paychecks and everything so that they don't have a contract lawsuit on their hands.
Yeah.
Perhaps. And I mean, they already have a new Incredible Hulk coming, the Donny Cates. So
yeah, it's a perfect time to.
It's not like Ewing was, had more Hulk to draw. I think he was done anyways.
In February 2021, Immortal Hulk 43 Bennett included what appeared to be an anti-Semitic message in the background of a page. Yeah, I remember that now.
He actually tried to defend that because he was saying the comic, which he liked to call a body horror comic, that it was a tribute to David Cronenberg. And it somehow just spun out of control.
Okay, it's all done.
Featuring a jewelry shop called Cronenberg's Jewelry.
Oh, we talked about that.
David on the window. Yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to post
that
this.
was a while ago. So it's kind of weird that this is now, the resolution is now, it's all kind of under the rug already.
Yeah, somebody in chat said probably waiting for his contract to expire. Yeah, Eric.
Just so they don't renew it, and it's easier to let him
Metalface is saying he had previously posted anti-Semitic stuff on social media. So yeah, maybe he has a history of this.
Yeah,
okay,
that's interesting.
I'm going to post the link in the private chat.
All right. Here we go, guys. For all of you new Warriors fans that were hoping you would see a new Warriors show, change.org, uncancel Squirrel Girl show. You spelt it wrong, dude. New Warriors.
Oh, fuck.
It's too late. Let it ride. Gotta let it ride.
Jesus.
I wonder if I can change it, man.
You might be able to fix it, but I'm still going to put it in the private. I'm going to put it in the chat, I mean. There you guys go. Go.
Damn it. Let me see. All right.
It's too late, man. Gotta let it ride.
Yeah, let it ride till the
Dude,
end
that
of the
makes it
show.
even better.
Yeah, let it ride. Fuck it. Fuck
Okay,
it. We'll
let's
do it
see.
live. We'll do it live.
My petitions.
We'll do it live.
No, dude, that's it, man. It's it. I can't do nothing about it.
An error occurred. What
Oh,
the
wait.
hell?
Nope. Edit your link. Update your supporters. No, that's it, dude. That's
Great
it.
proofreading there.
Yes. Thank you,
None
Mom.
of us were proofreading. It's just Kyle.
Dude, I typed all that in front of all you guys.
Need a D- from your mom on your spelling.
Just say fat fingers. Just say it was fat fingers. I know the E and the O are on opposite sides.
Edit
of the keyboard,
petition. Edit petition.
Hey, hold on here.
You scuffed the
Hold on here.
Keyboard
Hold on
scuffed it.
here.
I got it.
Hold on here. What is this? Did you forget to log into your fake account? Come on. I think you forgot to log into your fake account. All right. That being said, spelling it as warriors really makes us look like a bunch of nerdy dumbasses.
Okay. So,
No, or thirsty furries.
Thirsty furries, yeah, I like that. I don't know. I don't know.
I think I got it now.
All right, let me find it.
Hold on. Let's see. IORSIO. Okay, hold on. I'm about to save it again.
Here we go.
Okay. Try it again.
Right.
Try it again, everybody.
All right. Forgot to capitalize the W.
Hold on. Let me go in real quick.
Okay, yeah, let's go back. Just, maybe we could just white out the lowercase and just scribble it on top.
Hey,
Let it ride.
No, it's got it.
Yeah. What up, Wookie Fodder? Hey, thanks, 93 Live. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
So
just
there should be
starting off.
93 people that have signed my petition.
Yes, 93 people.
Please understand, we are trying to effect a change for a better world by bringing Squirrel Girl back to the small screen.
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
New Warrior series featuring Squirrel Girl was killed because it was too gay, showrunner says. We want to see Milena Van Trub play Squirrel Girl because being, quote, too gay is not good enough reason for a show as good as New Warriors to be canceled. 3 have signed. Let's get to 100, everybody.
All right, I'm going to resave it so everybody can proofread it once again. Because I never learned to read.
It's the W.
4 people have signed.
Looks
Did
great.
I do it? I did it.
Looks great.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate everybody in the chat.
Wait, it's not. There we go.
Did it update?
Wonderful.
No.
The
but
4 of
it's
you
okay.
who have signed are
I've got it.
wonderful.
I've got it showed as updated.
Okay, good. New Warriors had one run that went 75 issues, and the rest were flops. Yes, they were. You're probably seeing. You're going to start seeing a lot of Squirrel Girl stuff, I imagine, to be showing up on Whatnot over the next couple days. Any reason to sell a book at this point? That being said, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to check out Tales from the Flipside on Whatnot. I have a pretty sweet auction coming up tomorrow, starting at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. And here's some of the stuff that I'll have. You got amazing keys that we're going to start selling, amazing variants, all kinds of crazy comics, all kinds of crazy stuff. We are going to be doing Star Wars Sunday nights every Sunday night on the Tales from the Flipside Whatnot account. I have comics for days. Shout out to Mighty Mel V. I have comics for days. I have action figures for days. I have cards for days. Star Wars collectibles. I've got what are those lightsabers? I got a Mace Windu lightsaber. I got a bunch of those what are they called? Master replicas and lightsabers that I'll be selling. Stuff from the Marvel run, really high grade Marvel run stuff. Stuff from the Dark Horse run. A lot of Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah, and a lot of the Knights of the Old Republic run. So if you guys are trying to get run fillers, I'll be running like 10 issue runs in each set every Sunday. So I think this Sunday I'm doing all these Republic books, including the first appearance of Dirge, first cover appearance of Dirge, and first cover appearance of Asajj Ventress. I'll be doing some Star Wars Tales stuff. A lot of the legacy books, of course, Empire. Here's all Star Wars Tales. To me, is the greatest Star Wars comic run ever made. Anthology type series. You got people like Garth Ennis talking a story about stormtroopers. That is excellent. You have the Darth Vader versus Darth Maul fight. You've got the first appearance of Revan, Darth Malak, all those guys. We are going to have some crazy variants too. 1 in 100s, 1 in 200s, 1 in 75s. And we are going to be giving away stuff every 30 minutes. And depending on how many live viewers, if I can keep over 100 live viewers or 100 live viewers or more over a certain period of time, we will be giving away a 9.0 Clone Wars #1 first appearance of Ahsoka. So,
I know what I'll be doing tomorrow.
Yeah. So, make sure that you guys are hanging out every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Eastern. And then, even better, at 9 p.m. Eastern, you can roll right into the Dark Side crew. For all you guys are fans of Marco, Jedi Johnson, JJ Maxwell, Solo Wookie, the whole crew over there, it'll run right into their show. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to do that every Sunday. So make sure to give Tales from the Flipside a follow on Whatnot, and start filling some of your runs and buying some of your grails, and especially you action figure fans out there. I've got carded figures from 96 up.
You know what? Brian's house is insane with fucking Star Wars shit.
Yeah,
it's tubs and tubs and it's crazy. It really is.
So,
but did you notice that Whatnot got updated?
Yes, it did. It did get updated. They're going to be updating it again in another couple of weeks if there's more goodies. It's a beta. They're in beta testing mode right now. They're trying to figure out how this stuff works. I know Jesse did his first show tonight. So shout out Jesse James Comics. He's trying to figure it out. Mel was, killing it tonight again. The other night, Blue Green Artifacts. Everybody on the Tales from the Flipside crew is going to be doing our best to be giving you guys the books and giving you the information about the books the best we can. Not giving you any fluff or, trash panda books, stuff like that.
I have to give a shout out to Dennis, because that, with the zero fucks and the big balls that dude has, he's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it from an Outback.
Hell yeah, man.
And I watched it, man, and he did. His steak got cold, but he sold the shit out of some books. So I got to give a shout out to him. I was going to have a blue and onion as my background. I forgot. I just remembered, but I'm not going to go take the time to look for it now.
Yeah. Josh, I'm going to take you up on your offer 100%. So he's got a honey hole he's gonna let me in on, and don't everybody hit him up at once, because he's not gonna give you the information. It's not gonna fucking happen. It doesn't happen around here. No free cornbread. That being said,
but Dennis needs to go back to regular auctions that my poor ass can afford, because you know what, having these expensive ass mystery things, I don't have that kind of money, and I like to buy books.
He's got to pay for his steak somehow,
but I'm a
Kyle.
broke YouTuber.
Those blooming onions aren't cheap.
Those blooming onions aren't cheap. No, they're not. All right.
That ain't Applebee's.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Next week, Kyle's goes live from Whataburger.
Yeah.
Shit.
From the drive-thru.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time, Kyle. I think it's time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to punch up at Tales from the Flipside. We're letting somebody know his days are numbered.
Your days are fucking numbered.
And we know who you are because we've got Marco on the case. And Marco is an exceptional troll, hacker. And all I want to say is your days are numbered.
We know you, motherfucker. We know.
We got you. Marco has been working hard on the case. And,
Marco should be a private fucking investigator and not what he really does for a living because he has that shit fucking down.
We know your name. We know your store's name. We know what you sell. We know the stop sign that you stop at every morning twice on your way to the donut shop.
We know the smell of your farts.
No, we don't have to know this. It's not his farts. It's not his farts. That's just how he smells.
I have a question here. So why do we want to know all this?
Because we're just letting him know his days are numbered, Ish. His days are numbered. That's all we're just knowing. We're punching up. You don't need to know.
You know what?
Need to know
Ish
basis.
isn't an Instagram.
If you know, you know. If you don't know,
is this from the Sunday Star Wars show?
You don't know.
This is
No, I do know, but I feel like the way we're talking about it, nobody has any idea what we're talking about.
Yeah. Well, the people that do know,
boy, it is.
Yeah, the people that do know, they know that his days are numbered. You pissed off a couple of the wrong people, and
when you hurt Marco's,
you know what? Marco fucking knows people.
Yes, and listen, like when you know people, like Marco knows people, you get information, and
bitch.
Yeah. So that is for everybody out there. We're punching up from now on, and coming soon to a theater near you. The Tales from the Flipside #DirtyFlipper t-shirt. We're going to take that, like Half Price Crook said, and wear it as a fucking badge of honor. And that's how we do things around here. So this is just listen, to be honest, guys, all it is it's just a little bit of letting everybody know we see you, we got you.
Yeah.
We
Marco
got you.
has a special set of skills.
Yeah, special set of skills. We got you, buddy. Days are numbered.
We are closing in.
We're closing in. We're closing in. We're closing in.
Marco shall be avenged.
We all shall be avenged.
Yes.
We all shall be avenged.
Not only Marco.
Because
it's weird that it has.
This is how the Avengers started.
This is how the Avengers started.
Trolls.
Yes.
Doxing trolls.
Yes. I can't figure you out, man. Are you on our side or not? What's the deal?
Figure it out.
God, what the fuck, man? Shit. So, anyways,
liability purposes, I do not support doxing.
How do you know this is doxing? This is our next shirt right here, as Dave says.
Okay.
Yeah. This is our next shirt. So, that being said, thank you to everybody out there in this great community. It is an amazing community, and we are not going to let a silly troll continue to troll and
#dirty troll.
#dirty troll.
We're not letting trolls troll the other trolls.
Well, we're ending it.
Yeah, because we're going to be like, what up?
Shout out to all my homies out there shout out to all my homies out there that have been flip Delphia. It's real. It's real. We love this. We love what we do. We love our community. We're comic book collectors. We're comic book lovers through and through. And we also like to
we're comic book thugs, yo.
Yep. Yeah. Like
book gangsters.
Like Dino says. Like Dino says.
Yes, Tom, that's who we're talking about.
Yes. Yeah. He is his days are
not
numbered.
A troll hunt, it's a troll found.
It's a troll found. Yes, it is. It is a troll found. So he's probably trying to type in the chat right now, and he realizing he is
and you
banned.
can't, bitch.
Yeah, he is
we
banned.
Gotcha.
He is banned. So, yes, and we wear red jackets around here for a reason.
Your mom says, "Never say that again." Ish.
Wait, what did you say? What did you say?
Never say that again.
Unfortunately,
That can apply to several things I've said recently.
The Insta account is not looked over by me. It is looked over by the one and only Nico Esquire, who is very angry. You pissed off the wrong person. Like, trust me, if there's ever somebody you don't want to piss off, it's Mr. Petty. And
right.
Yeah. So that being said,
you get that little guy fucking wound up. It's on.
That being said, I will say this. Shout out to Drunken Chat. Shout out to Spine Ticks crew. Shout out to Team Nerd Herd. Shout out to Peter Renna. Shout out to all the Star Wars crew. Shout out to CBSI. Shout out to Newbie Comics. Shout out to all the amazing content creators that are part of this community and that make comic speculation so great. I missed a couple's shout out to Ultra Maximus. I know we've had our beef in the past, but he's one of the best. Shout out to the Comic Perspective, Gary Nusser. Seriously, I'm being honest. Shout out to all these guys who make this community great. We appreciate the hell out of you, and that's what we're doing. We're like, we're standing up for this community. This is what we're about. Shout out to Swaggle House. Shout out to Skeff's Comics. Shout out to all of the amazing retailers, Hive Comics, Wonder World, Wanted Comics, Bird City. Shout out to Bird City Comics. Shout out to Comic Book Women. Shout out to all the.
Sounds like the end of a Sublime song.
Yes, it is. It is. And shout out to Abby, who's around here somewhere. Yeah, there she is.
Abby.
That being said, thank you for everybody that is part of this community. Appreciate the hell out of you. And thank you for, hopefully you guys hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate it. Yeah, get out of here. Yes. Yes. All right. Let's
enough of talking about that.
Yes, enough talking about that. For now, until we have to punch up again. Yeah.
Got you, motherfucker.
All right. What's next on our list?
Holy shit. I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
I figured by now we could talk about Titans, but
I have a subject.
Someone doesn't seem to be showing up. Oh shit, it's getting real.
Well, we could change the subject to Shang-Chi. And I believe Sam, who wasn't on last week, has seen the movie. What were your thoughts?
It was slower than I thought it was going to be. I had read a lot of reviews praising the martial arts action and this, just being real positive. And so I guess maybe my expectations were higher than average. I love martial arts movies. I have always been a fan of Drunken Master, Jackie Chan. I freaking love martial arts movies. Been watching them for a long time. And I felt like the martial arts in this movie were not very gritty. They were very much...
it's very Marvel, right?
Yeah, it was very choreographed. It was slightly better than the martial arts in Iron Fist. Certainly wasn't as good as the fight scenes in Daredevil. So I was
talking
nonplussed.
about fucking Ben Affleck.
No, not that one. I'm talking about Netflix Daredevil. So I was nonplussed. I thought it was okay. I wasn't terribly excited by it, but I didn't hate it. I liked the family dynamic between Shang-Chi and Wenwu and the sister. And how that kind of played out over the course of the movie. It was very much like it was very kind of predictable, honestly, but it was fine. I didn't hate it. It's just that it didn't wow me the way I was hoping it would.
All right. Well, I've had a question kind of lingering since I saw the movie last week, and it's the level of Wenwu's villainy, right? let's say,
Sure.
stacked up against the other Marvel villains, or just villainy in general. So, we see at the beginning as a conqueror. Now, our conqueror's villains was Alexander the Great, a villain, you know what I mean? And then we see he actually retires at one point when he has a family, which is when we saw the actual kind of villainous 10 Rings from the Iron Man movies that had really nothing to do with Wenwu. And then in the third act of the movie, he's really, he might be wrong that it's not his wife's voice, but his motivation is to save his wife, the mother of Shang-Chi, from the Soul Suckers. So it's one of those things, it's not even like a gray area thing. It's like, is he even really a villain? What do you guys think? What does the chat think?
I would say as a poll.
Our first poll of the night.
Yeah. I would say this reminded me, or his character reminded me of the warlord from the movie Hero. You guys remember Hero with Jet Li?
Yeah, the movie had some kind of Hero vibes.
Yeah. There was definitely a lot of stylistic choices that harken back to like Crouching Tiger and Hero and those types of kung fu epics. But yeah, so at the end of Hero, Jet Li's character reveals himself to be an assassin, right? And he is gearing up to kill the emperor, but then he realizes that China needs to be united, and so he gives himself up for dead. And so I don't think it's clear whether a conqueror in the martial arts sense is somebody to be despised or revered. And
I agree.
And that's something that, that's a thematic thing or a cultural thing that maybe we don't understand very well because our history is a different history. But it seems like when I see movies like Hero and like Crouching Tiger, the conqueror is somebody that is revered rather than despised.
So how does and yes, I have been calling your mom Wenwu. So how does Wenwu stack up against the other Marvel villains then?
I thought he was kind of bland, honestly. He didn't seem very villainous. He didn't. The powers
he was not like a gun runner or a terrorist or.
And then the 10 Rings powers were very much just kind of whatever needed to be done, but it is essentially Iron Man repulsor blasts. Essentially, is what it came down to. But the 10 Rings in the comics, or at least as far as I am aware, they all have powers that are very specific to each of them, and they're not just
and they're actual
punching.
rings, not
yeah, they're rings, not bracelets, but they each have their individual power. Fire,
similar to
water.
the Infinity Stones. Yeah,
They're
each very unique. Yes, and you need all of them to be the full ultimate power.
Yeah, and they're kind of OP.
So someone mentions the fight scene on the bus. So this begs the question: did Wenwu want to kill Shang-Chi on the bus? Because if you look at the overall plot, obviously he didn't want to kill him. But what's his name? Razor Fist could have killed him at any moment. Then what? I feel like that's almost kind of a big plot hole.
I feel like if you live as long as he has, any person that lives as long as that is going to get so tired of the human race that you become villain-like, right? You know what I mean? Like if you live that long, you could just kind of get tired of all the bullshit you see and you kind of snap at some point. But I liked how you made the point that, people look at people like Alexander the Great as this hero in parts of the world, and in other parts of the world, they look at him as this, the Antichrist. He's considered, one of the first Antichrist, quote unquote, in lore. And I think that's very interesting. And I think that if in all reality, everybody has roles to play at certain points in life, right? Sometimes you got to play the hero, sometimes you got to play the villain. And but I think that
you live long enough to be the villain.
Yep, there you go. I think that the more interesting thing is what's going to happen with his sister, right? What's going to happen with her? Is she going to take on that villain role?
Yeah, it's like Karai taking over the Foot Clan.
Yep.
In Ninja Turtles. I have a question,
Boxing
and maybe
makes a good makes a good point. How does Doctor Strange and the Ancient One and all those? How come they never knew about Wenwu and the magic and the Smurf village and all that?
Great freaking point.
Yeah, I have another question, kind of along those lines, which is, what time frame does this movie take place? It's clearly after Infinity War, but is it before Endgame or after Endgame?
It's after Endgame because Bruce Banner has the sling in his arm from his snap.
Yeah,
that burned his hand. Remember in Endgame? So when he
but he was Professor Hulk.
He still has a sling. Yeah, I don't know why, but the arm sling I think was the indicator that maybe he went back to being Banner. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I know, but they did say present day at the beginning, and if that means 2021, then it's between Infinity War and Endgame, because Infinity War is 2019, Endgame is 2024.
Yeah, this definitely. So it would be this would be like 2025 present day.
Live long.
Sounds weird, but it makes sense, I guess. If you've been watching the Marvel movies all along, that's where the timeline falls in.
Yeah, after Endgame. Good stuff.
You say obvious. It just wasn't obvious to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Good question. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. I'm just looking at stuff and talking.
Thanks, Brad.
Live long enough to see Milana as Squirrel Girl. Sign that petition, everybody. You guys remember change.org. I'll put it in the chat here real quick.
I still think that's awesome that we did that.
Go ahead, Sam. I apologize.
Sorry.
So Shang-Chi, I thought the most interesting part of that movie was, what is Wong doing? What is Wong up to in Shang-Chi? He's prize fighting with Abomination, and then they're going out for drinks later.
They got to win their drinking money before they head back to the raft. Someone commented that last week.
Yeah, I think Wong. I would love to see Wong as the new Coulson. Just all over the place. It seems like Wong has the ability to be a really great character.
He's always good for a consultation.
Consultation. Hey, look at that little kid.
He's making
What's
a
up,
cameo.
Little Hun.
That's Attila the Mini Hun.
What was the end credits?
The first end credits was
Karaoke,
and was it the karaoke?
Yeah,
it was them discussing the rings with Banner and Captain Marvel, right?
Yeah, that's right. And Wong said you two need to go back home and get your things arranged because you're now part of something bigger. And they're like, yeah, we could do that, and then they go to karaoke and they sing Hotel California.
I did appreciate the humor in the movie. Those karaoke scenes made me laugh.
Yeah, I thought they had some really good bits that were great, but
obviously Awkwafina was the comic relief, but the main actor Simu Liu, I think he was, if that's how you say his name, he was very natural in the comedic scenes also. Obviously, being a star of a popular sitcom. But so I think he bridged the comedy and the action and the superhero and the comedy. He handled it both. He juggled it well.
Yeah, I thought he was very good. I appreciated his acting, his kind of sincerity in the role. Awkwafina, I didn't think all of her jokes were great, but I did enjoy the karaoke scenes. I thought those were really funny. And Wong, obviously, when you have a straight man who can deliver like Benedict Wong does, like, you got to get that guy in everything.
Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite MCU characters.
Plus, he was in all the stock photos.
Yeah, yeah. So if anybody's not familiar,
I love that somebody remembered that, figured it out, put two and two together.
It was Simu Liu. It was the actor did it. The actor was the one that did it. He didn't need anything figured out. He was the one pulling the photos. He was like, "Yeah,
he just said, hey, look
I did these stock photos."
Shout out Darth Lopez. Thank you.
He was like, I did these stock photos for $200 like 5 years ago. And now
he had it himself?
Yeah.
It's quite a journey.
Even
You
better.
know, from catalog model to
It was like started from the
possibly
bottom.
what
Now we're
the
here.
next Avenger. Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Nothing beats like the pinnacle of your career is being the photo in the frame.
Wait,
I
what is
mean-
that? Is that you? What'd you
Yes,
just show us?
it's me and my family.
I can't
Looks
see
like
it from the
Barack
glare.
Obama.
Yeah, I'll make it big. It's
I
me and
hope
my
this- I hope
family.
this bid is worth this. I still can't really see it, but okay. Oh, that does not
beautiful.
look like you, Kyle.
It was me before the COVID wave.
It's your, right.
No,
That's your,
what? He was in
pre-COVID
stock.
family.
He was in stock. Yes, it is. It's my other family. No, I'm saying whatever.
Darth Lopez is a fan of the Vendetta.
This dude is out for blood, and I'm glad he's on our side because I'd be scared as fuck to be against him. I'm glad I'm with him.
I like it that we live in a day and age where people are scared of other nerds. When nerds can intimidate geeks, and geeks can intimidate nerds.
Yes,
We've gone so far in our community, from cowering in the corners to shaking our fists.
So is Bill still at fucking?
I have
Buffalo
no
Wild
idea
Wings
where
or
Bill
what?
is.
Is he bailing on us?
He's sucking garlic
did-
Parmesan
I
sauce
did
off his
tell him we're
fingers.
going till 10, so he still has technically a 2-hour window.
Oh
He's-
my god!
He's still licking the sauce off his fingers.
Yes, it was like maybe like it was spicy, and then he touched his eye, and now he's gonna wash his eye out. That's something I did.
Remember how we were talking about all of the, we were doing all of the, oh my god, dude, I'm
Spit
fucking
it out.
brain dead. We were doing all the zombie covers and everything last week.
Yes.
Remember we were showing so today, I got this in the mail. I ordered it while we were talking on the air last week. I got it today. The only shitty part is they didn't. I'm not gonna say who it is, but they didn't. I hate people who ship shit like this, and I've talked about it before. We all have had this happen, but when you put it in cardboard, that's smaller than the comic. The fuck is your problem? Why would you do that? So what ended up happening is it got.
Who did this? We should dox them right now on the show.
Yeah. Have Marco look him up. We'll get started right now.
Yeah.
So what happened was
Fuck
you can
this
see
shit.
now.
Avenge.
You can see now that it's fucking. It
I
got
see.
bent.
It looks scuffed.
Now you're gonna have to send it in for pressing.
Dude, and right here it's got a fucking corner scuff.
A
Scuffed.
corner scuff. I knew it.
So it's actually got like a quarter in its indent. It's like something dinging the corner of it. It's like not quite. It's not corner blunting, but it's below, like just like barely below it. But it's a dent. But it is.
Yeah,
corner.
if the cardboard's smaller than the comic, you're putting all the corners at total risk. That's just fucking stupid.
But now I have scuff corners, and I'm fucking pissed. And I know you guys out there were fucking outbidding me on all kinds of these covers this last week. But yeah, I got this in the mail because we were talking about this last week. It's not quite a bent corner, Hartman. It's like almost. It's like a
scuffed.
dent. It's not scuffed. It's dent. It's a dent. It's a corner dent. It's like right below the corner, and it's dented. So I'm pretty pissed
AOA
about
says
that.
sweet. He's happy about your bent corners.
I'm hoping he's more.
AOA is
about
asking
the
me about other things.
I just commented sweet.
So, did anybody else have anything cool to pick up or any pickups that they got? Right here. Welcome to another episode of The Scuffing Diaries. This week on The Scuffing Diaries, I have Raise the Dead #1. No.
I do have something cool that's the opposite of
go.
pickups.
Sales.
Put down.
Sending,
I
I'm
agree with
sending
you.
out-
Put down.
Rule
I'm not-
#1: know if you're
Yeah,
selling
weird.
to a YouTube personality.
I'm
Hold on,
sending.
see this?
I'm gonna switch you.
Anybody remember this from the 90s? Leonard Nimoy's
Primordials.
Primordial
Where'd you pick that up
with
at?
Isaac Asimov at our shop. Bill, I think it was in a new collection we bought. Bill pulled it out, and he just handed it to me. He's like, "You need this in your collection," because of course, Leonard Nimoy, Isaac Asimov.
So now he's getting you back by sitting at goddamn fucking Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's right. This is from March of 1995. Techno Comics brand.
I don't remember Techno Comics brand.
So it's pretty cool. Anyway, so that's my pickup.
Leftover said he was born in 91. He doesn't remember.
You were 4 when this came out. Leftover. Oh, also inside game piece and trading card. Huh. I don't think the trading card's in there.
Oh, it's almost like having the Marvel stamp taken out of it.
Yeah. But remember last week I had that random comic that had the Mark Jewelers insert. So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
I have my Daredevil first appearance of Bullseye has a Mark Jewelers insert.
Nice. Sam,
Star Trek
do you have a Mark
guy.
Jewelers,
What's that?
do you have a Mark Jewelers insert?
I don't have a Mark Jewelers insert.
Anyway, so I think William Shatner did a comic with Techno.
The Tech War comics, I think weren't those Marvel? Yeah, William Shatner had Tech War, but I don't think it was the same publisher.
Do you have any
that?
pickups, Brian?
What
Brian
I do
said he had the
have.
opposite of a pickup, a put down.
Yeah.
Nobody likes that joke.
I just laughed. I thought it was great.
Okay, thank you, Kyle.
I signed
I'm here for you.
the contract to consign 3 items, sending these out to Golden Auctions. So hopefully it'll be in a Golden Auctions. As soon as we know the Golden Auction it's going to be in, I'll fucking promote the hell out of it. But these are the 3 items. Alex Ovechkin, Gem Mint 10, SP Authentic rookie.
Can you make it
Card
closer?
1. Yeah, hold on. Card 1, Alex Ovechkin, autographed rookie, numbered
Beautiful.
to 999. It's
That's
44
an
of
SP
99.
Authentic.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice.
That's a graded a 10. A Sidney Crosby SP Authentic rookie, graded a 9 with a 10 auto.
Ooh.
And the final card, a Kobe Bryant Topps Chrome PSA 8 rookie. All going to Golden Auctions, which is going to be freaking awesome. So I can hopefully get some cheddar before Baltimore. And then, so I got a big grading order going out. And I forgot about some books for the longest time until I found them. And these are all going in my grading order. This is not yet in the Star Wars Sunday auction. When it gets back, it will be. This is a super rare Star Wars Invasion #0 variant from the 2009 Diamond Retailer Summit. Yuzon Vong have arrived. Kyle knows this beautiful book. Thanos 13 Albuquerque. Found it going out. This Something is Killing the Children. Forgot I had it. Going out. Same with this one. Going out. I don't know if there's a good reason to get this graded or not, but it's a really nice copy, so I'm sending that out.
That's just beautiful cover.
Yeah, and then I don't know if a lot of people know about this. Numbered to 75, My Little Ponies Venomized edition from New York Comic Con.
Yes.
That's going to get graded. And finally, that is heading out.
Beautiful.
Walking Dead #1.
Fancy schmancy.
Fancy schmancy, man. So I'm really excited to finally get some of this stuff on its way to get graded. And we'll see what happens. Look at Kyle bringing out all the cards.
I'm actually,
But you know what? You're jealous. Do you have
Ken Griffey
This-
Jr.?
the 25th anniversary promo card?
No, I don't. Where'd you get that?
I don't know. I have it. I think there used to be this machine at this Safeway by my house. I was trying to find. I have a Steve Nash rookie card. I was trying to find.
Kyle bust out all his cards from when he was a kid. Is this worth anything? Is this worth anything? Is this worth anything?
So thank you for the past 25 years, Upper Deck. But there used to be this card machine where you put in a couple bucks and you could pick a card. And this is back when Manny Ramirez used to be one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
So here's his draft pick card.
Yep. 91 tops. I got a whole case of those unopened that I'll be selling, which includes the Chipper Jones rookie.
Hey Brian, where are you sending those books?
I'm sending those to CGC. First, they're going to. Some of them are going to be pressed. Some of them don't need them. But send them to my boy Leg. He's got some other books that are waiting to go out. He's got some killer books that are waiting to go out. I sent him. One of our friends has an amazing collection, and I sent 5 books to Leg a while ago. And when the CGC, the length of how long CGC was taking, comics were just sitting and shipping for like a month.
Yeah.
I don't want to send like 5 Grail books just sit in shipping for a month. So now that it's getting back down to 2 weeks on some of these return times for CGC, I'm ready to ship them. The 5 Grail books are Giant Size X-Men, Silver Surfer 1, Silver Surfer 4, the first appearance of Zatanna, and then one more I can't remember, that are all like 9.0 or better. Just beautiful copies. So stuff like that it's hard to send to CGC and have them just sit in shipping for a month. It scares the hell out of me. I wish I had a Desert Storm Chipper Jones. I have a Desert Storm Daryl Strawberry. That's the only one I have from the set. So, but we'll see. I mean, CGC is starting to get better with their turnaround times, which is nice. I'm not against sending to CBCS. CBCS also has very quick turnaround times. I don't know if we're seeing CBCS prices start to come up a little bit. I'd be interested to have somebody on the channel do a little bit look into it and see if CGC prices have started comparing a little bit better to CBCS prices and vice versa. We'll see what happens. Brad,
I'll be the guy who says there's also the third service that is the cheapest and the fastest right now, EGS.
Corner scuff.
Scuff
If
corners.
you don't have corner scuffs on your comics,
Yeah.
Didn't get
they are
upgraded.
definitely
It's
cheaper,
EGS.
definitely faster.
Well, how long is EGS?
About a
EGS
month.
is full. Like if you pay the cheapest price, it's 21 business days.
I wonder how much CBCS is right now, because I hear
And
people
that's at $30.
Yeah.
So I just sent
$30
a
a
book.
book.
A couple weeks ago, like I said, I sent my Batman Adventures 12 to CBCS with Fast Pass, and my buddy Kevin that we had on a couple weeks ago, he said it's with a Fast Pass, it's about 4 weeks.
Wow. All right. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest to the show tonight. We're going to talk some Titans and an announcement. Welcome, Bill Ponseti from Fantastic Worlds Comics in Scottsdale, Arizona. Bill, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Oh, it's been a lively conversation so far tonight. We got 100 live viewers right now watching us. Thanks to everybody that's watching us live. Make sure to hit that like button. Waiting for you so we can get into Titans. I know Kyle is really, really enjoying the season of Titans. I think
And
all
so
of us
is
are.
Bill. We've had a
Yeah.
conversation about it.
Yeah. So let's get into it. What was did you
man.
watch the newest episode, Kyle?
Yes, I did. By far, I think, besides showing off the Joker killing Jason, this week's episode was a very intense episode of Titans. I thought it was just it's great, and I hear people say it's it's the Breaking Bad of the DC world right now. But I think it's great. Crane is backed into a corner. He is the Titans are together right now. Like, I love it that Barbara and Dick are like rekindling. Like, everything about this episode was just a great episode.
I don't disagree.
It's probably one of the like they're killing it. I'm gonna stop. Hold on, I gotta stop looking at cards. I was trying to find a certain card. But it was. And I'm going to keep saying this about Titans. What it does for me is like the way they're writing it right now. It's great. You're sucked in. You don't want to divert any attention from the show by doing anything else. And I think that's what's great about it right now.
Well, I think it's, for me anyway, it's the rare combination of a great television show that's also, and you and I talked about this a week or so ago when you were in the shop, that it's the rare combination of a great television show with great writing that's also pretty faithful to the comic book lore that it's based on. And, geeks like us, often, when you hear negative criticism about a television show or a film, oh man, that's not the way it was in the comic, or this guy looked that way, or his suit was green and wasn't blue, or it was a man, it wasn't a woman. All that's out of the question here, right? This is very true to the comic book lore. It has that feel, that darkness, that edge that you want. When I read those comic books that all of these story arcs have been based upon. And the cast, the ensemble, is perfect. I mean, I don't know that I could have cast it any better. And
Barbara is the only one when I look at that I like. I'm like, oh, like something like they should only shoot her from a certain angle. But I'm like, I just wish they would have gotten Barbara just a little bit closer. But
the only problem I have with Barbara is, she's in the chair, right? And we understand why she's in the chair, right? But she's got her legs crossed all the time. I mean, you would think
crazy.
I mean, what's going on with that? I mean, there would be circulatory issues. I mean, she's got the full on, leg crossed in every scene as she tools around in the wheelchair. It's hysterical. But this season has been gut wrenching, right? I mean, with, what happened to Hank, didn't see that coming, didn't think it would happen. We figured, Connor's going to get there. He's going to get it done. Connor gets there. And guess what happens? The trigger was the gun. I mean, it's amazing. It really is. I mean, by and large, I watch all the DC shows. I watch all the Marvel shows. I mean, I go both ways, as Ishvan knows. I'm not a Marvelite. I'm not a DC head. I like them both. I have friends that only like Marvel, only like DC could put out the greatest film in the history of mankind, and they would say it was the horse shit. Marvel, as I told Ishvan, could take a dump on a Ritz cracker in the shape of a Marvel logo, and the Marvelites would gobble it up. So I, convinced a Marvel friend of mine, my best buddy, comes in the shop all the time. We're friends in and out of the shop. Just do me a favor, bro. Watch Titans. I mean, I know you're a Marvel head, but just do me a favor. Start at episode 1, season 1, and binge it. The dude's hooked. I mean, he is over the moon about this show. I can't tell you enough. I mean, you and I tried to find a few nits to pick when we were speaking a couple of weeks ago in person. Maybe, Grayson wouldn't have let his guard down, when he had Red Hood, down for the count, so to speak, out there wherever they were in the field or wherever they were. But if you could, that's your nit that you're going to pick. that's not a very big, problem with the show.
Mhm.
Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Why am I blue? I don't know what's going on with the blue.
It's your camera. And I
wasn't
hope
blue
I'm not
last time.
auto-tune anymore.
I wasn't blue last time, was it?
No.
Blue moon.
Don't be down.
I'm trying not to, man, but it's a sad world we live in out there.
It could be your lighting. It's probably your lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Bill, I asked a question earlier.
Sean, you missed a lot.
I know you weren't the biggest fan of Shang-Chi the movie.
No.
We were trying to gauge the villainy of Wenwu. Is he really a villain?
Is he really a villain?
He doesn't really stack up against a lot of the Marvel villains, at least this version.
Not,
of the movie.
no, he doesn't
He's
stack up
very
against
family
Thanos.
oriented.
He's not a Thanos, right?
No, definitely not. And then the question was, he was a conqueror for 1,000 years. Conquerors, depending on your culture and history, are villains or heroes.
Well, if you're Hungarian, then you would idolize your conqueror, right?
Sure.
yeah.
The ones that were under his boot heel and his horse hooves probably wouldn't. So it's all a matter of perspective. My friend Tim Stoddard, who owns a comic book shop in Slidell, Louisiana, put it thusly. In his words, when I asked him, about Shang-Chi, and he posted it on social media, he said, well, okay, let's put it on a scale. If Iron Man 3 is the worst movie in Marvel Cinematic Universe history, and Civil War is the best movie in Marvel Cinematic Universe
I thought
history,
Civil War was fucking terrible.
I loved it.
then he's saying Shang-Chi is Ant-Man 2.
Rob, I agree. It's Titans is killing it.
Rob's right on the nose. I mean, stack up. You could put Loki on top of, Wanda on top of what's that tribe now? What If, and they don't add up to one episode of Titans, let alone the breadth of the season. I mean,
I just didn't
Jeff
like
Johns
what they
is
did
killing
with Oracle.
it. The destruction of it.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's kind of true to the lore, and it's also true to the movie, right? Remember when we had Oracle in the Christian Bale Batman universe, and we had a real problem with that, and the password and destroy the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it's
right.
extraordinarily intrusive. It's great for solving crimes, obviously, except if you let Scarecrow get in the back door. Then it's
Nobody
a
wants Scarecrow in the back door.
Well, I'm sure there are those that would love it, but Oracle doesn't.
I wonder if
So
that's
you
a
think
Chicago
between Titans and Doom Patrol, the HBO DC shows are doing a better job than the Disney Plus Marvel ones?
Oh, by far. Yeah. I mean, it's like comparing
By
a high
far.
school production to a Broadway show.
Yeah, the Titan
And
stuff.
you're
has
also a
always
fan of the
been
CW,
great.
some of the CW shows too.
I am. I mean, you have to put up with a lot of stuff you don't want to put up with. I watched Stargirl and I watched, Superman and Lois. Really, really, really like Superman and Lois a lot. And you have to put up with less of the teen angst and the high school drama than you do with Stargirl. But I'll put up with that, if I can get the Justice Society of America. I'll put up with that, if I can get Superman portrayed the way I want him to, and villains that are equal to the task of fighting Superman. Because let's face it, unless you got a bar of kryptonite in your pocket, you better go home to mama when you're fighting Superman, right? So
Yep.
I think it's very true to what we expect when you want to see Superman challenged. It's not just the same. Is that just Crown Royal you were hitting like straight up?
Yes.
Nice. Wow.
I go big.
You do. I mean, that's like a blast from my past. I put it on the shelf and left it there. So yeah,
Put it on the
Titans,
table and I go like this.
Doom,
with it.
Doom Patrol, what, 2 more weeks ish fun?
Is that what it is? 2 more weeks
I think so.
for season 3?
Yeah. I mean, that's an acid trip. So if you're my age and you dropped some acid back in the early 80s, this is your show.
Yeah, it's really good. They picked the right actor too to play Dick Grayson. He's perfect for that role.
I think so too. I 100% agree.
Oh, it couldn't be any better cast.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, the casting, with the exception, let's say, of Barbara Gordon, do you take any issue at all with any of the others, Kyle? I
No.
mean,
No.
I mean, gosh, it was
It's-
perfect. I mean, Hawk and Dove, they were, like leapt right off the page. Just fantastic. I mean, I'm ready for, how that's going to get resolved with Donna Troy. I kind of want to see that. I'm interested to see where that's going to go. I miss Raven. I'd kind of like to have her back in the fold. They're starting to use Connor more because when you and I spoke a couple weeks ago, I bitched about, you've got freaking Superman on your team and you're sending Dick out to do all the hard, the heavy lifting. Why don't we
Dick
bring
likes
Connor
to do the
along?
heavy lifting, though.
He does. He definitely does. But he's been bringing Connor in, these last couple episodes because he's like, you know what? I kind of need this guy here. I need the super speed, the super hearing, the inability to be hurt. Those are going to come in handy now that we have this full-on escalation going on, in Gotham City. I mean, he's more Batman now than he is Nightwing, really, now that Bruce is out of the picture, right?
Yeah.
All I know is Starfire's sister is fucking hot.
She is, isn't she? Yeah, it's like Blackfire.
Especially when she got to wear her suit.
Oh, yeah.
I completely agree with Connor and everything that he had said during,
I mean, he's watching it happen and he's like, well, you're hot. I mean, I was like, yeah, she is, man. She's smoking. She fills out that uniform and got the bone structure. I mean, she's definitely cool. I'm glad
she definitely
she's
has the
going to
bone
be
structure.
part of the team. It looks like now. When you think she's going to become part of the team?
It looks like it, yes.
Do we
But
have
with
any
Jeff
ideas of anybody else new that they're talking about bringing in? Have they dropped any hints?
No, they really haven't.
No.
I haven't really heard any rumors of anything either. They've been really kept a lot of the news about that show on hush hush really well.
And I think that's cool.
And that's the way I prefer it. I want to go in and not know what's going on. I don't want any leaks. I don't. I mean, I've told Ishvan this a million times. He hates the J.J. Abrams Star Treks. I think they're the best, second best thing through original series. I went into the Khan one not knowing Khan was the villain, and I preferred it that way. Loved it. He probably had read every review in the world about it, read the screenplay, had dinner with the producer. I mean, he had way too much information to go in there to hate it. But I went in there naked and loved it. And that's the way I am about Titans. I mean, when you were talking about the Joker episode, the Death in the Family episode, I mean, I didn't see that coming, and I was like, oh my God, we're seeing it. We're seeing Death in the Family live on television. It was cool.
Yeah. Being able to go into that series, just a blank slate is perfect for that series.
Yes.
And if you know some Titans lore, though, like, those early seasons, the Judas contract, was kind of the thread from the comic books that was being woven into the narrative there. That helps, if you've read the Judas contract. If you hadn't, you're still going to love it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good stuff.
Sam, you got to move, man. You got to
Yeah.
they think you're a statue.
I saw him blink.
I do what I want.
I do what I want.
In the chat, Flynn's Ghost brings up a point, how the Marvel shows always invariably tie into the bigger MCU picture, but a show like Titans is just insular, doesn't affect anything else. It doesn't affect the DCEU or any of the other movies.
True.
I think that they're trying to do that. I think they want to do that. I don't think that the DC.
I think that's healthy. A show that isn't always reliant on all these other tentacles. It just tells its own good story. I think with the Marvel, with the MCU, we might have gotten addicted to like a continuity addiction. Everything's got to relate to something and be part of this and move this forward. And it can't just be what it is at the moment, a really good story.
Yeah.
One character I'd really like to see get introduced into Titans is Terra.
I think they can do that. Well, they might be able to. Who knows? I thought they were going to kind of play that role with.
I don't think they can now because of what
Rose.
happened last season, but it would be
Yeah.
cool to figure out how to bring her in. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you're right.
And the smoking, because like in the comics, like Terra, like she smoked every panel she pretty much was in. She had a cigarette. I think they need to bring that over if they figure out how to. Which I mean, it would be hard because Terra would have to be affiliated with somebody else as the, as the narc and as the.
Right.
infiltrator.
Right. Yeah. Overall, though, I got no complaints, about what they're doing. I mean, are you watching any of the other stuff, Sam or Brian,
I watched all the DC stuff that was on DC Universe. I loved Swamp Thing. I loved Doom Patrol. I was on Titans season 1 and season 2. Huge. I talked about on this channel a lot. I gave Titans when they first announced Titans, and they announced the actress that they had playing Starfire. I was like, fuck this. I don't want this. Because I grew up, like any other young male comic fan, I crushing on Starfire.
Right over there.
Yeah.
Right over there, the statue.
So I wanted my orange skinned Starfire. So I made a fool out of myself. And then I watched, and then the first season came out, and she was the best actress and character in the first season. And I was like, and it changed my whole mind on how I look at those type of situations anymore. I'm like, I'm not gonna say that it's bad or terrible. I'm gonna wait till the movie comes out and then really say, because that just proved that whole thing wrong. Never judge a book by its cover, because she killed it.
She absolutely slayed it.
Yeah.
She's still killing it.
Yeah.
I want to go ahead,
Sam.
There was a comment that DCEU is shit in the chat, and I was going to say it's not all bad. There's tons of, I mean, I wouldn't say tons, but they certainly have their fair share of misses, but there are lots of hits too. I really enjoyed the last Suicide Squad movie. I enjoyed the first Wonder Woman movie.
Great film.
Joker was really good. So for you to go and say, it's all crap.
That movie's garbage.
What movie's garbage?
Joker.
You didn't like Joker?
It.
That was a really good movie.
I loved it.
I love Joker.
What about Snyder Cut of Justice League?
Good.
It was much better than the original, for sure.
Extended cut of Batman versus Superman, I think, is far superior than the theatrical trailer. It makes it a really cool movie.
I mean, sure, there's Judas Contract animated today.
Yeah.
And you
there's a lot of misfires. A lot of misfires in the DCEU. Suicide Squad, the first Suicide Squad movie was a total misfire.
Shazam was a fun movie.
Shazam was fun. I would say
wasn't
that
a big fan of that one. I didn't like Shazam that much. A little too stupid for me.
Well, it was like you had a kid fighting the darkest villain in the DC Comics universe ever. It's like the 7 Deadly Sins. Yeah, Wonder Woman 84 was not good, but
no, it wasn't. But you're right about the first Wonder Woman movie, though, Sam. That movie
very good,
stands up against almost any of the Marvel films. I hate to break it to the Marvelites, but it does.
And I feel like there's just
some of their toads, that aren't that great too. I mean, not everything that Marvel has done has been amazing, quite frankly.
For sure. I mean, Thor: The Dark World is not great. Ant-Man 2 was not great.
In the chat, they said the Watchmen show was killer.
I couldn't get into it.
Absolutely right. I loved it. I was heartbroken that it was ended so soon. It was good.
I feel like the critics are in the pocket of Disney or something, because they always give Marvel movies the benefit of a doubt, and they never give DC movies the same courtesy.
I agree. I've had that conversation with Ishvan. He's like, yeah, but you got to go to this critic site. And I'm like, fuck the critics. I don't believe in any of those assholes. And I don't need a critic to tell me what's good.
That's true.
I don't need, if it's good, I'm going to tell you it's good or not. And if it sucks, it's going to say it sucks. And I have a pretty low bar, do I not, Ishvan? I have a pretty, I like more than most people. Way more than most people do. So if I say something's not good and somebody says it's great, then we can't even have a conversation, because
So Sinister Titan, you're the one calling out DC, and so I would challenge you: is there any DC content that you do like? You're saying it's all crap. You should examine and say, okay, well, is there anything about it that you do like? And if you're gonna honestly look at me and say, no, it's all garbage, then we're gonna have a parting of ways right there, because that's not an honest take.
It's all garbage. That we got the Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy. That was
best three movies
from
ever
Warner
made about
Brothers,
comic
DC.
books.
Very good.
Those three movies are better than anything that anyone else has ever done.
I do
My
love the fact there's so many comic book movies now that there's so
Me
much
too.
for people can hate this one, love this one. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. At least
there's
there's
a movie
something to debate.
everyone.
Thank
I mean,
you.
we
There's-
disagree a lot on movies, you know.
Yeah.
You hate Iron Man 3.
Worst film.
I really dig it now. You know, but that's the thing. There's like 25 Marvel movies to choose from.
And when I was a kid growing up, we had zero.
Yeah, there you go.
It wasn't
That's the
until I
best way
was
to look at it.
16 years old that the first one came out, Superman the movie.
And
16 years old.
now we have the luxury of fighting over them, arguing over them. There's so many.
I mean, just
And
keep
there's a-
bringing them on, man.
There's 102 people in chat. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. Remember, go sign our petition to save Squirrel Girl.
Yes, Kyle needs them to at least produce a poster so that he can paste on his ceiling.
Yes.
Squirrel
Or
Girl
at least the
in
picture
costume.
where I can rub the left, booty
Replace his
off or
Farrah
something.
Fawcett
but-
poster.
Yes,
Oh,
100%.
He wants there to be like a mouse pad, that he can, a full figured mouse pad that he can play with.
Dude, she's already going to be my screensaver on my phone.
Is that from
Bill,
the
how was the
canceled
shop
show?
today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the
It's
one that
so-
had the girl from the AT&T commercial? Is that the one he's talking about?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we went on to change.org and we made a petition to bring it back.
I didn't know it was around. I mean, so I guess
That's
I
the
totally-
crazy thing. A lot of people forgot about it. For
It's
the
in
longest
development
time.
since 2015.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we want it back. Please go sign it.
Yeah, the shop was busy today. Saturdays typically are. Lots of kids in, lots of moms bringing their kids in, dads bringing their kids in. You know, you get your back issue collectors in too, the ones that want to get a deal on a key book or a bigger book. Move some pretty nice. I bought a big collection, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. Had a lot of gigantic keys in it. Been slowly, putting them out.
What was the biggest key that you found so far in it?
Well, I sold Hulk 181 in 8.0 from
The
that
best
collection.
appearance of Hulk.
It is, yeah. And I got there's a Spider-Man 129 that's out at CGC right now. It was X-Men 4. There was also giant size X-Men 1. I mean,
Dang,
X-Men
that was a good collection you got.
3 copies of the first appearance of the Juggernaut.
What was the
Two
grade of
copies.
the X-Men 4?
5.0.
5.0.
It sold
You
today.
You sent one of these off to get graded?
I did. I think it's going to come back. Excuse me, a 9, maybe a 9.2.
You
I
said
bought
there
all
was
these
some-
raw.
CGC had some movement on the Jerry Conway event submissions.
Yes, yeah. There was a 129 and a 122 that actually moved into like clickable status.
Nice.
When you look at their turnaround times, when I first came on, I heard you guys talking about turnaround time. Some of it's if you do the math, if you send it in for pressing and grading, economy, it's 12 months.
Fuck. I hate being away from my books that long.
Yep.
I mean,
That's why
I
I
can't
won't
do it.
send
I
keys.
sent them in without pressing this last time. Brian, I said, the heck with it. These were books that maybe had, some potential. You look at them like, yeah, I maybe get a 0.5 out of this bad boy, maybe even a full hit. But do I want to be without even a walkthrough? Do I want to be without these books for 3 or 4 months? No, I don't. So I just sent them in for straight submission. No pressing. Just grade the damn things and get them back. We sell well with raw comics, and people, I think it's a great idea. Buy raw from us because you're going to get a solid grade. But some people, they want the slab. There's that comfort of that slab they can rub against their belly or whatever they would do with it. I don't know. But,
I think the good thing about buying a graded key is there's no arguing over
That's true.
what you think the grade is.
Yep.
I think it's
All
a
about
5.0. Well, I think it's a 6.5. Right here, we've got CGC, CBCS, whoever, at least outside of our heads. You know what? This book says 9.4. So this is just what it is. There's no.
Well, what
I
about
think-
that?
I think-
Those corners are
First
totally
Electro.
scuffed.
That came
Yeah.
into the shop. Remember, signed by double signed, and you looked at the grade, and then you kind of looked at the book. Remember that one, Bill?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a few gift grades out there,
And that was
and
we
that
were
guy,
like,
yeah, he
wow.
brought in 2 books he offered for sale. One was a Daredevil, Frank Miller Daredevil, right? Ishvan.
Yeah,
I don't
signed by
remember. It was a 168, I think. It was signed by like Miller and Jansen,
yeah,
and then the other was something killing the children.
number 1 first print.
Yeah,
signed by
cover A
Tinian.
98. Yeah, signed by Tinian, right? And so I had mild interest in that, and then I was looking at the other book, and I don't remember what the grade was, but it was like way, way on. I think it had an 8.0 or something
It was
on
an
it.
8.
Ishvan.
Yeah, it was an 8.0.
I mean, and the book was like a 6 or a 6.5, and so I was like, I don't want to buy this book because to counter your point a little bit, Kyle, I don't want to defend that grade. Because they're going to look at the label and they're going to say it says 8.0, but they're going to look at that book sitting in that slab and say, "Damn, that was a gift grade." And I don't want to
Yeah,
hear
but
that 100
I
fucking
think at
times
that point
because
it's
it's true. It's
even
true
if
though. It was a
that's
gift
what it
grade.
says, though. You can't, that's what it says.
I'll argue price. Okay, I don't mind dickering on price. Except in some cases, if they're paying credit card, I'm like, what's the best you can do? Well, the sticker price is the best I can do. If you're paying cash, maybe we can haggle a little bit.
Cash is king.
Yeah, I mean, but people come in there with their credit cards, put $1.20. I mean, there was a guy today wanted to hand me his credit card for 2 backing boards. 60
Get
cents.
the fuck out of here.
I was like, seriously, come on. No.
Can I write you a check?
Go dig in the fucking ashtray of your car and find 60 cents and bring it in here, okay? Or
the car still.
Hang on, Bill. Let me
Well,
write you a check for 60 cents. Here we go.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. I'll frame it and put it up on the wall up there to be beautiful.
Would you
Hey,
accept
big
stamps as legal tender?
Yeah, I do, as a matter of fact. You guys ready for a big announcement?
Always.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, who is ready for a show? Who's ready for a comic show?
I am. Especially since, our shows are getting pushed and
They keep getting pushed.
Canceled and so what are you giving us?
November the 20th, my birthday, by the way, in Scottsdale at our little spot that we've been doing our show at down there at the VFW Hall, in downtown Scottsdale. It's on 11 to 4, November 20th. I picked up the flyers today, Ishti. I made the color change that Christine wanted me to make, the lime green or the.
Don't involve your mom with all this stuff. Like, leave her out of it.
That's his wife,
I know who it is.
She's your mom in the chat. So
she's her YouTube name is your mom.
Oh, is that what it is? And I changed the font on the thing to a bolder black font, Christine, and you'll be happy to know.
Nice.
But I picked up 100 of those.
Like
so don't stuff them in every bag. Not everybody's got.
Legion Post 44. So a lot of people know this as Old Man
Legion
Con.
Post
I know it's not Bill's favorite title, but
yeah, no, it's not. Even though I'm an old man, it's too because you guys are young. Except maybe Ishti, but you guys are young, and it's like only old men are allowed. No, man, everybody's allowed. There's gonna be some killer ass inventory there. I've been squirreling away shit that I haven't been putting in the store, and I know the big national dealers like Graham Crackers and Harley Yee, and those guys are gonna be there, and they're gonna have unbelievable stuff, and they're ready to make some deals. So bring a pocket full of loot.
Save up money. Yes.
Original art, comic books.
Last time I didn't expect it to be as badass and hardcore as it was. I was like, now, God damn it, I'm a poor fuck and I'm in this place.
It's intense. I mean, for a little bitty room like that, like 7, 8 dealers or something ish. But there's probably $2 million worth of inventory in there too. So bring it. Let's party.
I'm looking forward to con season.
It's a serious con. No Hollywood, no cosplay. Just comic books and people who know a lot about comic books.
I mean, if you show up in your Pizza Hut tracksuit,
you have to wear it there. Good. Are there going to be people? I mean, there's going to be a lot of graded books, but is there going to be any there so that if people buy Rob Brooks, they can get sent off to get graded?
Well, I'm going to put some thought on that. I saw the thing. We've done that. We were doing this one day thing in Yorba Linda, and then we moved it to another town in Orange County. And so we started doing it here in 2019. This will be our third show. And, the attendance is growing. You can't put a ton of people in there. But it's got a restaurant. You can get a bite to eat. You can have a beer. You can have some Crown Royal. You know, I mean, it's nice. It's relaxed. You know, drink up a bunch of Crown, come in there and blow all your money. You won't regret it in the morning. You know, you'll, instead of waking up with some hag, you'll wake up with some great comic books or some original art. You know,
no one has to sneak out uncomfortably. You have a nice books.
Hey, that's my wife.
No walk of shame. No walk of shame.
No walk of shame in the morning. No, I mean, you might. What did I do with Sam Kinison? You know, I mean, you might do a little of that when you realize how much you spent. But you know, hey, comics are a great investment these days. I mean, everybody says, "When's it going to crash?" I'm like, people have been asking me that same fucking question since 1992.
Stronger than ever right now.
Yeah. So I mean, you know,
The community is just as strong. Everybody's, you know, enjoying comics even more. The prices of comics are going up for the, you know, for those people who are out there trying to make some money off this stuff. And
dirty
it's fun
flippers.
for it's fun for everybody basically.
Oh, we had guests in 2019. We had 3 guests. 1 canceled, and we had to fill in. You know, we've done it with CGC there, accepting submissions. There, you know, there's 2 facilitators here in town. I can talk to Harley about it, and if he wants to have CGC facilitation there, we can. It is kind of an intimate venue, though. You guys have been there.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we could set them up somewhere to the side or something. You know, I mean, I can take submissions for you, obviously. I mean, I'm a CGC dealer, but you know,
Yeah, you can always
won't
buy
be
the
anybody
show
there to
and
witness.
bring it into the shop.
Or
Yeah,
I can
because
take them
there's
there.
nobody signed stuff. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we had that for the Jerry Conway signing, and we had that for Rob Liefeld. Yeah.
Oh, amen.
That's awesome. I can't wait. I'm stoked.
That's
Oh,
great.
yeah.
So
One more time. Josh,
Yeah,
G, when it is again?
November the 20th.
November 20th in Old Town
November 20th.
Scottsdale. Legion
11 to
Post
4.
44.
Well, there'll be flyers at our shop. Ishfarm will be making a post about it.
Or come to our website,
and,
fantasticworldscomics.com, or our Facebook page. We'll definitely have an event for it.
Yeah, we'll fire it out there.
Well, one thing real quick, we'll keep you around for one quick segment, Bill, if you got the time. And this is a pretty good one that we'll just kind of reminisce a little bit about. Now, obviously today is a big day in the history of the world. It is the anniversary of the 9/11 attacks on the World Trade Center, and obviously we all know you know how important that day was to a lot of people. And you know, 20 years 20 years right now
to the day.
And I always tell this story. This has nothing to do with comics, but this is a 9/11 story. My daughter turns 20 tomorrow. So when my wife was pregnant, she got wedged in her rib cage. So she was supposed to be born on 9/11. Her doctor was actually stuck in New York when all this happened. So we had to wait a whole nother day. So every time that everybody else is mourning this, this tragic event that happens, we always have to go celebrate my daughter's birthday because she's born on 9/12, turning 20. So as we're about to go to the hospital and all this is going on, and we're like, holy fuck, what the fuck are we bringing our daughter into? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a crazy stuff. It's hard to believe that it's so long ago, because I know everybody is so fresh in their minds, at least
forever.
Still to me, it'll always be that day will be super fresh in mine. And one of the things that we're just I'd like to talk about is you know, some of the comic books that, you know, memorialized the heroes of 9/11, or, you know, did some type of thing for 9/11, that type of stuff. And we're going to use Bleeding Cool because they made it so easy. They did an article on it today, and some of the issues. Now, the first one is this Heroes issue that I remember. I actually just went past a couple copies of these the other day in my collection. It's a oversized, almost magazine size one that just has beautiful art in it. It was put out by Marvel. in October the following month, and it's 64-page full-page illustrations paying tribute to those who attempted to save the lives on 9/11, which is absolutely amazing. Let's see if I can click on it here. No, it's not going to let me. But really, actually, it will let me. Really good stuff with. Let's see if it'll bring up these images. No. Let me get out of here. So that was one of them, and then of course the other one, the Spider-Man number 36 issue, which even to this day just is one of the greatest comics that they release. The way that they did it, and they released it through Amazing Spider-Man, which was one of the, if not the biggest title at the time, one of the biggest titles at the time, and just the all black cover is just iconic. Yeah. It just absolutely amazing. To this day, one of the hardest books to find that is just a regular cover. It's up there with Detective 880, those A covers, Catwoman number 51. Like, you're not going to ever pass up this book if you see it. Just beautiful, and it's even better to get sketches on. I've seen.
So I know, like JR, he'll do a Spidey sketch, and then I forget the other one's name, but he'll do a skyline sketch of New York, and that's what you get when you get each person to sign it. Yeah, it's cool stuff. Super tough book to find in high grade too. That's for sure. The all black cover.
Same with Spider-Man 28.
Yeah. Yep. The Spider-Man 28 and 29. Those are really hard books to find. This one right here, this 9/11 Artists Respond Volume 1. I don't remember. Do you guys remember this one? Yeah. This one was done by Dark Horse Chaos in Image with assistance from Oni, Top Shelf, and others. Present a collection of stories and illustrations from an incredibly diverse array of talented writers and artists. So that's very interesting. I have never seen this one. So it looks like maybe a trade bound type book. This one I do remember seeing, and this is an absolutely iconic Superman cover. 9/11, the world's finest comic book writers and artists tell stories. Remember, Volume 2. And this has Neil Gaiman, Chris Bachalo, and Jeff Loeb, Carlos Pacheco. But this one was really amazing.
Yeah,
this Casada cover. Oh, heartbreaking. A moment of silence. 4 wordless stories reflecting different perspectives on the September 11th event. And one of the coolest posts that I saw today was a post from Todd McFarlane. I thought this is really cool. Let me bring it up here. He put this out today, and just what he wrote is fascinating. He says, let me see here. He says, in 30 years, this is the one page I've worked on outside of Image Comics. It was important to do it. Todd. Very, very cool post.
Yes.
An image that was worked on by him, Casada, and Richard Eisenoff, I think is his name. But just one of the most amazing images from all the 9/11 books. Just so good. Cantankerous L, thank you for the $5 super chat. McClay cloned himself because he's in every comic book rated stream. Yep. Yes, sir.
He's the whore of podcasting.
Yeah. Could you imagine having something like this, original artwork like this? I don't know if they would ever sell original artwork like this. They probably still have it, or maybe they did to do for charity. But man, this is a piece I would love to own.
Yeah. That would have been the right thing to do.
Yeah, just absolutely gorgeous.
For the firefighters.
Yeah. It says a lot. So I thought that was pretty cool. This one is not a lot of people know about, that I pick up every time I get a chance. It's the I Love New York cover by Joseph Michael Linsner, who, of course, created Dawn, and just such a great cover. Good stuff. I don't remember this one, this 9/11 emergency relief one. It was a comic book project to benefit the American Red Cross, featuring some of the comics world's leading talents, from legendary creators such as Will Eisner, Harvey P. Carr, to new talents such as Frank Cho. So all proceeds went to benefit the American Red Cross.
He was new then. He's not new now, is he?
No, he is not. He is definitely one of the best artists out there.
So
I had
remember
dinner
this
with
book.
him not too long after that, and I didn't really know who he was at the time. We're at dinner in Chicago, and he's sitting next to me, and I'm like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I'm Frank Cho," and I'm like, "And," he's like, "I'm a comic book artist," and now he's, like you say, a big name.
You said
Humble
and.
beginnings.
And yeah,
I remember this book right here. It was one of the few times. I think this is what happened was, I don't know if you were there, Brian, but it was when we used to go to our honey hole and pick up books. I remember I took my son, and he was little. He was a little kid, and he had sucked out a bunch of Starbucks, and he was sitting there, and he was like, he was little, so I think coffee didn't go good with him. He started throwing up in the middle of the event, and the guy that would always, we would go to see comics, he gave him that Call of Duty book as
cool. I'm sorry you got sick.
Yeah,
Sorry.
don't feel bad. Shit happens, but that's the book that he gave him, that he has sitting in his room. But so every time I see that cover, that's what I think of. I'm trying to get him out real quick because he's throwing up all over the place.
Well, this was done specifically for first responders, Chuck Austin and David Finch, which is really cool. And there was volume 2 also about the police officers, and they also. So
that's a pretty gritty cover. That's
Yeah.
crime suspense stories kind of grit.
Yeah, it's really good. This Captain America one is very interesting. From Captain America, the New Deal, number 1 to 6. John Nay Ryber and John Cassaday. In the aftermath of 9/11, Captain America must come to grips with the changing global landscape, from the ruins of the World Trade Center to the horrors of small towns shaken by terrorism, and is forced to make some hard decisions about his role in the world. And this is very interesting to me because I would love to read this and then read a newer Captain America issue and see how different they are. I bet you they are so far worlds apart, the character and everything about him. And that was only 20 years ago. I mean, I say only 20, but it doesn't feel that long ago. And the change in the barometer on this character alone is amazingly different, So I thought that was very interesting. Human Target number 2 and 3 feature a man who had faked his own death in the World Trade Center attacks to escape embezzlement charges, but is now given a new opportunity to come clean. Which kind of reminds me of
that sounds interesting.
Yes, yeah. Who was
speaking of which? There's a new Jeff Lemire Human Target coming out. No, or Tom King or Jeff Lemire, I can't remember. But they're rebooting Human Target, and it sounds really good.
Yeah. Well, Steve, the reason I thought this was interesting is because I don't know if you guys know the story of Steve Renazizi, who is a comedian that for the longest time said he was at 9/11 when it happened, and he got kind of, told stories about it on big shows, and it came out that he was lying. And for the past 5 years, he's been trying to do everything he can to remove that, guilt and that stink from him. And this just kind of reminds me of that story. So a different, really weird take on the same type of thing. Yeah. In the Shadow of No Towers by Art Spiegelman, a graphic novel that mourns both 9/11 and political uses to which it has been put. And then, of course, Ex Machina. A lot of people are talking Ex Machina right now. A little bit more interest into it right now. Of course, the amazing Brian K. Vaughan, Tony Harris series. This is set in a world in which a superhero called the Great Machine becomes mayor of New York after intervening in the September 11th attacks, stopping the second plane, published from the 24th of August 2004. So, Ex Machina is one of the greatest all-time stories in comics, in my opinion, and all based on 9/11. They did the 9/11 report, a graphic adaptation, which is weird to me.
Right.
Whatever. After 9/11 by the same people, whatever. The Boys, number 21, Garth Ennis and Derek Robertson, shows 3 of the 4 hijacked planes being shot down by the Air Force and the 4th being intercepted by superheroes, which is a really interesting take. And then here are some of the other ones, just, interesting. The Big Lie by Rick Veitch and Gary Erskine, about a woman traveling back in time in an attempt to save the lives of those in the World Trade Center. I haven't read it. I don't know where it goes and what's it about. But anyways, a lot of really crazy stories in the comic world. There's even more. There's a lot of comics. We talked a little bit on Drunken Chat the other night about some of the comics that were made before 9/11 that kind of have a premonition about what's happening. There was a couple of Superman books where they I think they pulped to take out burning towers in the background and stuff like that. So big part of comics history, and of course our history, on the 20th anniversary of 9/11. So I still think to this day, this one is to me and the Amazing Spider-Man are the two most important.
One of the things I find really interesting about the impact of 9/11 is kind of just the imagery of that day gets kind of up in new media. One of the prime examples I can think of is Cloverfield. There was this scene where the monster makes landfall, and there's skyscrapers just falling down, and kind of the dust that pours out through the streets, and just people with their phones videotape. People are covered in the drywall or the cement dust. It's basically imagery taken straight out of 9/11, and it's not unlike the way that Japanese represent atomic bomb imagery in a lot of their media. And another example was when I used to live in Mexico, and when I was in 2002, there were a lot of posters for Spider-Man, and they would Photoshop these posters, because in Mexico you can do whatever you want with posters. They don't care. They were Photoshopping the image of the Twin Towers kind of smoking before they collapsed into the reflection on his eye, like his eyeglasses.
Spider-Man, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And it was fascinating to see those kinds of things. Yeah. So they would, right there on his eye, they would put imagery of the tower smoking. That was exactly the poster.
Yeah, they recalled this poster because of that, and
so while the comic book was honoring 9/11, the movie kind of not censored it, removed it. They removed the Twin Towers from the movie.
They did this before 9/11, right? And then because it was 2002, but it was filmed before 9/11, so they had to change it.
Well, there was the trailer with Spidey swinging between the World Trade Centers, and that entire scene ended up being excised.
Yeah. It takes a long time to create those movies, so they're years, behind at some point. But anyways,
it's an impactful event. I mean, I remember I was at a gas station, and this other guy was listening to his radio, and he goes, "The Twin Towers are under attack." I was like, "What are you talking about?" I was in my first semester at ASU, and I drove home, turned on the TV, and just watched in horror. And then I went to class, and we were all talking about it, and nothing could be done. We couldn't think about anything else for days.
I was listening to Howard Stern. So you listened to Howard Stern, and he was live. So it was early. You know what I mean? And I think he was actually interviewing Pamela Anderson. And it was like an abrupt break, and they were talking about it.
I had just got out of rehab. the day before, and I was getting ready to go to my first class at GCC for the day, and I was hating life, putting on my socks and shoes to go to school for the first time in weeks. And I'm watching the news, and they're talking about how a plane hit the first one, this and that. A plane hit and all of a sudden, boom, the second plane live. And I'm like, just like, holy shit. And my phone started ringing, and it was.
We'll always remember it. I mean,
Yeah.
I was working at Chevron at the time, and so I was in the Gulf of Mexico upstream headquarters in New Orleans, downtown. And I'm at work, on the top floor, it's 20th floor, typing away. And my phone rings, and it's my mom. And she's like, hey, did you see, that a plane just hit one of the World Trade Centers? And I was like, what? No. And automatically you think it's some idiot with a Cessna. It's a small craft. It's an accident. Couldn't believe, and she's like, no, I think it's more to it than that. Now, two or three floors below us, they had where the geologists work. They had a coffee bar and a bunch of televisions in there. Because, people talk about today, oh, it's going to break the internet. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. 9/11 broke the internet. You couldn't load a page on 9/11 20 minutes after that plane hit. Literally, and I was the CIO there. So, I mean, if anybody had more internet, it was me. I could get all the internet for Chevron to my desk, and I couldn't load a page. So we went downstairs, and CNN was running it, at the coffee bar on the 16th floor of the Chevron office building. And standing next to me was a friend of mine, coworker, pacifist, total pacifist. And as we watched that second plane hit, where everybody's stunned, there was like that gasp from 50 people standing around together watching this happen live. And a few minutes later, I turned to him. His name was Regis. And I said, so Regis, what now? And he said, turn the sand to glass.
Yeah, a lot of people were angry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and we didn't.
A lot of people are angry. Yep. Well, it's
Still angry.
Yeah, still angry. That's for sure. A lot of people in the chat are talking about where they were mojo quits that I was in high school in Bama, freaking out all day until I got home and found out that several family members were late for work that day. My uncle worked at Rikers Island at the time and saw it all. Yeah, a lot of people, I were trying to find out where their family members were. And a lot of people didn't find out for a long time and didn't get the news that they wanted. And it was, I guess the only thing that you can kind of compare it to is like, I remember hearing growing up, my parents talking about where they were, what they were doing when Kennedy died.
Kennedy was shot, right?
Yeah. And I think that's the only thing you can really compare it to.
Well, our grandparents, could, with
Pearl
Harbor.
Yeah. Yeah. This is something interesting that I saw. Well, shit, this is interesting. Heroes Reborn says I was several blocks away while Tower 2 came down. Me and my team were waiting at a makeshift command post to be sent at which side of the building to enter to assist with police department, fire department, NY to evacuate.
Wow,
people.
that's got to hang heavy.
Yeah. Your mom says I was in 10th grade getting ready for school when mom started shouting from the other room. We had just been there 6 weeks before on vacation. It was surreal watching it. Yeah. A lot of craziness. I remember how crazy it was to go outside and not hear a plane fly over for days.
Yeah, it was crazy.
3 days, no flights.
Yeah, that was bonkers. Shout out to Decor Collectibles. If you follow him on IG, he's always got really cool first appearance stuff. And this is kind of interesting. He put first appearances of the World Trade Center Twin Towers in comics. Daredevil number 82 from 1971. There you go. There's the page. Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. This thing has affected so many people in such a strong way that people collect that type of stuff, and it's very interesting, and it's just crazy to think that it was 20 years ago. Crazy.
Did they ever have, the iconic issue is Cap punching out Hitler? Did they have ever anything similar with Osama bin Laden?
I think Frank Miller did something like that, right? Didn't Frank Miller do something like that?
Taking him out or something.
Yeah, and it got banned. Let me take a look here. Frank. Miller 9/11 comic. Holy Terror was the name of it. Yeah, there you go. And this is the he had talked about this, and then it got canceled. This is the only thing that I could think of that ever really came out. Yeah.
So it never got published?
I don't think so. Yeah.
If I remember correctly, it was like very religiously charged.
It was. Yeah. But that was 10 years later.
Yeah. But it was a very politically, religiously charged work, and wasn't received well by the publisher.
It says here, Holy Terror is a 2011 graphic novel by Frank Miller, which follows a costume vigilante named The Fixer as he battles Islamic terrorists after an attack on Empire City. The novel was originally proposed as Holy Terror Batman in 2006, but is no longer a project associated with the Batman character or DC Comics. Miller explained in 2010, quote, "It's no longer a DC book. I decided to part way through that it was not a Batman story." Or DC said, it's not a Batman story. We're not going to get into this.
Right.
Yeah. So, absolutely bonkers. Here's another post. Shout out to Sith Lordly of Spine Ticks, who I believe are live too right now.
I think they are.
Memories of Tears, Cheers, and Mike Piazza's amazing home run after 9/11. I remember that. I also remember very, very distinctly, all of us here in Arizona, who we are right now, the World Series that year. And that was such a big deal, having the Yankees in the World Series. And I remember watching the game. They had the stealth bomber just circling the arena.
Dude, I was freaking out because, I didn't live super close to downtown, but I lived like right by I-17. So it was part of and I did, not being a huge sports guy or anything, didn't know. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. So it's just very interesting to see a lot of people in our community that are talking about it through comic books. So just thought I would show some of these, especially some of the cool
posts. I think it's interesting that event kind of affects the comic book community uniquely, because it's our world of superheroes and villains. And we have a day, of infamy when it was people were debating who were the heroes and the villains, and someone who was a kid was being like, well, where's Captain America or Spider-Man to save us? Other fandoms like a Lord of the Rings fan or Harry Potter fan, they're not thinking of their fandom when this happens, but kids big into Marvel and DC, maybe was big on their minds is, where are the superheroes?
Yeah, that was a big deal. I definitely remember hearing that, like, how are kids going to react to this? They're not going to understand this and that. So it says here, after 9/11, the villains Dr. Doom, Doc Ock, and Kingpin, Juggernaut, and Magneto gathered to help the city recover. So they even had the villains helping out, which was super important. Stuff like that. Just it's cool stuff. All right. Let's see here. 105 live watching right now. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate the hell out of you.
Where the fuck is Marco?
I told you, man. He's on the case, bro. He's finding the name of his first boss.
I'm sure Marco. Yeah.
I think Marco's pissed. I think we pissed him off good.
Well, it is what it is, man.
Can't be what it's not.
Can't be what it's not. So one thing I do want to say, thanks for Bill for coming on here. And you guys remember to check out the con. If you guys are in the Southwest part of the United States, it's worth coming to Arizona for this con. November. What's the date in November?
20th.
November 20th. And where can they find information about this?
You can find it on fantasticworldscomics.com, on our Facebook page. I'll blast it out on Instagram. And if you guys are friends with any of the big dealers like Graham Crackers, Jamie Graham, Harley Yee, they'll be doing a lot of social media posts from their channels as well.
Very cool. Very cool. I also want to remind everybody that Star Wars tomorrow on the Tales from the Flipside Whatnot account. Huge Star Wars Sundays from now on. Every Sunday, we're going to be doing Star Wars comics, toys, cards, collectibles from 6 p.m. Eastern till 9 p.m. Eastern. And then immediately following that will be the Dark Side crew on Tales from the Flipside channel. And you don't want to miss either one of those. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of Star Wars goodies being up for sales, and then they're going to be talking about a lot of Star Wars goodies immediately following that. They've been doing really good stuff over there. The Dark Side crew has. They've just Jedi Johnson and JJ Maxwell have been just and Solo
killing it,
and Marco. They've all just been doing a really good job turning that show into something very special.
I'm coming.
Marco's coming on just in time for the Star Trek segment.
Yes, he is.
That speaking, why don't you go ahead and get into the Star Trek segment?
Sure,
there.
and also I'm glad we have Bill here. I sent you a link in the private chat to a Facebook page, and I want Bill's reaction because it's the first image of Captain Burnham.
Love it.
This was released by Trek News. This is from so they announced season 4 is finally coming. What did they say? November 12th.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, we gotta wait for
and
we gotta wait for the Lower Decks to end.
Correct. We're right in the middle of Lower Decks season 2. So as soon as that ends, we get season 3 of Discovery or season 4.
Pray every day it ends. I pray for that thing to end. Lower Decks. Give me some Discovery, baby. Bring me some disco.
Lower Decks is hilarious. Yeah, season 3 ended with Burnham becoming captain of the Discovery. So something
which
we
she
kind
so
of been
richly
waiting
deserves.
For almost 3 seasons.
Well, she made
do you
captain
feel that
again.
it's a yeah? Do you feel her character arc she's earned the seat?
Absolutely, she did. Who could have earned it more than she did on that show?
What else was she in? She looks very familiar.
Walking Dead.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, she's a good actress.
Oh, she's tore.
You know, the J.J. Abrams Star Trek, it took about 5 minutes for Kirk to go from nobody to captain. But in Discovery, we get a nice 3 seasons of the character arc. So she finally lands, in her earned spot. Very curious to see where they're going to go with season 4.
Me too. I mean, they wrapped up all the big underlying plots from the first seasons that we had to kind of put to bed. Spun off Strange New Worlds, which we're both eagerly awaiting as well, right? Kind of ended that tech as well. So the Strange New Worlds will be more, retro tech, right? And Discovery can continue on with this high tech because all bets are off. They're thousands of years in the future, right? So, I mean, you don't have to stick to any, Roddenberry-esque.
The door's wide open.
It's totally wide open. I mean, that show was a ton of fun. You loved it, didn't you? I mean, and you're a hardcore Trek guy, and
yeah, I've grown to love some of the characters. Saru, definitely one of my favorites.
You down with the walk? You ever
Captain
do the walk?
In season 1, I'd love to see him back.
Do you wave the hands behind you when you do the walk? Do the Saru walk. We should have like Saru walk day in the shop one day. If you walk like Saru, you get an extra 10% off your comics. That would be.
Is that Wednesday?
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I mean, if you can walk like Saru, I'll give you the discount. We'll make that happen. Fair enough. Yeah, that's going to be a blast.
They have season 4 coming, and then Strange New Worlds season 1, which is tales of Captain Pike and the Enterprise crew and the young Spock. So this is several years before Captain Kirk took over in the original series. And then they also have in the can Picard season 2. So we got 3 seasons of Trek ready to go, ready to roll for the next, I guess, 10 months.
It's awesome. How'd you like to be Pike? He already knows his destiny.
I'm down. I would totally do it. That's badass.
I wonder if that's going to give him like where he's, he already knows the stakes. If that gives him an extra boldness, maybe I'll do this extra risky thing to maybe even change my future.
Maybe. Yeah. I like Anson Mount in the role, though. You?
Yeah, that's great casting. There's that show has some very high expectations. Even the critics are kind of salivating at this could be a game changer for this whole new, brand of Star Trek on TV on Paramount Plus. And if you guys are asking where to watch these, it's on the Paramount Plus streaming network, which I believe you can get for $5.99 a month.
Not worth it.
Totally worth it, Kyle. And you're a Star Trek fan, Kyle. What? Come on. Where's your support?
Just don't have the. You know where my support went? It went to Ted Lasso.
That's like the price of one comic book a month extra.
That went to my
DC
Apple TV. That went to my Apple TV Plus, so I can watch Ted Lasso, the greatest show on TV.
You guys need to form a streaming co-op where you share passwords.
We can't talk about that on the internet.
Yeah. I couldn't live without it. I mean, I was a slow adopter to streaming content, right, Ish? I didn't want any of that.
Yeah, and me too. Me too. And then now it's
I can't imagine
I keep
a world
my
without
DirecTV for
Disney
sports,
Plus.
basically.
I mean, I gotta. Speaking of sports, you're a Torontarian, I mean, and you don't like their baseball team, but they have the greatest baseball player on the planet plays for their team, and all you give a shit about is fucking hockey.
No, I'm a bandwagon Blue Jay fan.
I mean, he's the best player in the
with
game.
baseball, it's tough. It's the baseball
Vladimir
schedule.
Guerrero's 22 years old.
I know who he is. I've heard of him, and I don't know if they'll get into the playoffs. It's so hard to make the playoffs. It's hard to cheer through 160 games. I don't know.
It is a long season. That's why I told you football's all that matters. You get a 3-month season and a 9-month off season. Seems
now
like
you get
hockey
an
and
extra
baseball
game.
never end. Yeah, one whole game.
Especially the last 2 years. Hockey is almost last 2 seasons felt like almost back to back. A couple days.
It's
off.
like that every year for hockey. Like 2 weeks off and start again.
Yeah, I can't wait till hockey's back.
It's not coming back.
That makes one of us. All right, guys, we'll see you at the show.
Probably.
All right.
Looking forward to it, Bill.
It out.
Thanks so much.
Yep. Go Titans.
Yes.
And I'll be
Remember
looking
the
forward
Titans.
to
Tennessee Titans?
No, sir. We'll see you later, guys.
Later. Have a good night.
See you later, Bill.
Hasta luego.
I'm waiting for Marco now. He's all riled up. Where the fuck is Marco?
He wasn't talking about coming on the show.
There he is. You speak of the devil and he shall appear.
That's what she said.
He's ready for Star Trek.
It's Mr. Marco.
The problem with spending $5.99 on it is then you actually have to watch Star Trek, and that's just a waste of money. So, hi guys.
What's up,
I was
doctor?
sleeping. Thanks for waking me up. Appreciate it.
I didn't wake you up.
We didn't wake you up.
Sure you didn't. Okay. Well, apparently you guys have been using my name enough that my phone just keeps going off. So what's going on tonight?
Oh, nobody messages you about that.
All right, you're
Well,
right.
you have like an app every time your name's mentioned.
It is. I do. Everywhere.
You have
Marco
been
app.
mentioned on social media.
Yeah. Didn't Brian say something about it earlier? That's what I do. I
What-
monitor whenever my name's mentioned.
What did your informants tell you?
They said that you guys were talking about the worst the worst franchises of all time. That you guys were talking about. Oh, well, they did say one thing. They said you were talking about fellow MSU alum Harley Yee. What's up? And how he's killing it over in comics. And for some reason, apparently, he's going to Arizona. I don't know why he's doing that, but
What the fuck are you talking about?
Harley
None of
Yee.
that.
You just woke up. You don't know what you're saying.
Yeah. Harley Yee. You know who Harley Yee
He's
is?
Froggy
Yeah, that
Todd.
used to he writes
Yeah.
for Yeah, he's an MSU alum.
We just
He went to
announced
Michigan State
a
University.
convention with him November 20th.
He's from this great state. He went to U of M. MSU. He's a Spartan. I did just wake up.
you said you
that's
have
what
No,
that's what
MSU.
woke you up because of us.
Yeah, sure. That's what woke me up. All right. So what are we talking about here? Oh, God, Lord. It is Star Trek, isn't it?
We were
And you
just
couldn't
wrapping
make
up
slides.
some
You just pull it off the internet.
Star Trek news. I'm still supposed
Tough
to
shot.
review a Star Trek comic, so I'm really glad you're here for this, Mark.
Well, good.
I'm
You should
just
find one.
one. So how many times? What in particular got you and riled up enough to come and join this little show that we're on?
Oh, I think it was the 50 requests you sent me that I should come onto the show to liven it up a little bit there, Kyle.
50. It was only 42,
Sure
buddy.
make
Okay,
us
my
feel
bad.
good about ourselves, Mark.
It was to say hi to your mom. That's why. Hey, mom, what's up?
All right.
Hey, how's your mom doing?
How's your mom?
How's your mom doing? What's going on? So what's up with this? Star Trek is you can get on Paramount for $4 and change, and then you can look at this. Okay,
Marco, we're done talking about this.
excellent.
We're done.
Excellent.
Wait,
we've
are
already
we
covered
saying?
that. I feel like we've covered that part. We
Yeah,
can move on to other parts.
We did. For
You guys
Marco's
watched,
sake,
the
just
zombies
to
episode of What
just
If?
to summarize,
I did. It's good.
Yeah, we'll watch the What If.
What are we summarizing, Ish? How you doing, by the way?
We know you got
I was just
information.
gonna kid.
for
Well, we were
us.
just summarizing the Star Trek's got 3 seasons of 3 different shows wrapped, ready to roll next 10 months. So that was my plug for Paramount Plus.
I think you could probably just watch that bootleg shit on YouTube if you really felt like it, to be honest with you.
I'd rather not.
Do we have serious, Marco?
No, I'm good. I'm I just woke up. I literally just woke up. What do you want?
Serious Marco here for an update on
What do we think about Marvel Zombies? Is that what we're going into, or is Ish really going to review Star Trek comic book?
he's got a Star Trek comic he would
Yes,
like to
let's
We
go
can, we
ahead.
can
Let's
do it.
do
We
this.
could save it. We could save it for
No,
later.
I wish you had told me. I would have tried to read it if it has words in it.
It did have words.
Really?
Hey.
Okay.
spill the
what?
dirty beans.
Okay, we should do a poll. Do
We know
want
you're an
Ish to review
investigator.
Star Trek.
What's it? Star Trek book. What's going on with it?
The only thing we did say about you, Marco, is that we know that you're a very good investigator,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what your job should actually be because you're so fucking good at it that we don't understand
You're really
why.
good at docking.
Whoa!
I mean, dock.
We never
stands.
Whoa! Whoa!
We never
hey.
said you. We never said you were a
No.
doxer.
This first off is not me.
We know Marco got us all this information that you see right here.
What is this?
Oh,
What even is this? The fuck is this? This
Marco
looks like
kissed-
somebody's. This looks like some bad art project from somebody.
Marco PI.
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. This is what you woke me up for.
We didn't wake you up.
Yeah.
You said.
Are
that
we
you got
talking about
so many
Marvel?
calls.
Are we talking about Marvel?
What kind of docking station did you get?
It's a Star Trek joke that I just don't get. They don't have docking stations in Star Wars.
It's a docking joke that you do get.
So what? My dock because of my boat.
Docking.
The boat. The fuck are you talking about? The water's like 46 degrees. I didn't go in the fucking lake today. No.
Okay.
It's when the shuttlecraft docks with the mothership.
Is this another one of McClay's like Area 59 things again? Is this what we're doing?
By the way, speaking about
Oh
that,
Jesus, here it goes. So I'm investigating aliens at this point, and go ahead. I didn't find anything out on them. They definitely didn't probe me.
Did it probe your butt?
No, they didn't. So what's going on, Brian? What's the new news on aliens?
have you guys seen this beautiful wraparound Spawn cover by Jock?
Where is that, and how can I buy it?
Beautiful.
That is amazing, right? So I don't know. I just saw the art today when I was looking for UFO stories. And one of the UFO stories that I found is this breaking news from Tom DeLonge that put out this comment. Because as you guys know, Tom DeLonge is the one that gave us all the UFO videos that came out recently. He says, where we got our videos from, the one we put out, well, they had 26 of them. And that was one of a very small branch of a bigger tree. Some of the videos have UFOs 10 feet away from FA-18s, tracking them for 20 minutes, and it's all on camera. The UFOs going 600 miles an hour, and the pilot's freaking out, screaming. And this is just scanning the plane for a whole 20 minutes. We almost got that one out, but there were higher-ups at the Pentagon who were really pissed when they found out they were getting declassified. Yeah, there's a lot more out there for sure. And that was when he was asked if there was more UFO videos out there. So be ready, you guys. For all those people out there that believe, I believe, X-Files style, that grew up watching the amazing X-Files series, I believe. And
I love the stuff. I just, yeah, man. No, I'm good.
It's amazing. And here's another one. How about this one? This was uncovered recently from the famous Smith Caswell case, Canadian government research into UFOs, right? So here you go, Ish. This is from February 23rd, 1959.
Oh, Canadians, so involve me.
Yeah. Mr. Caswell, I appreciate your efforts in trying to bring the public attention to facts concerning flying saucers, but I must advise you that many sequences are yet to be fulfilled before the public genuinely will be able to accept the reality of people from elsewhere, which is what I've been saying this whole time, that the only reason we're getting government agreeing to UFOs is because we have places like Facebook and social media where people are showing that they're okay with knowing about UFOs and aliens, where back in the day, they all thought that people were going to freak out. But now, because we have Facebook and stuff like that, and they talk about aliens being cool, they're okay with it. We're starting to get little bit nibbles.
So $1 million
for all the billions of people not on Facebook who still might freak out.
I'm just talking about social media in general.
Go away, go sign our Squirrel Girl Change.org petition and get on board. We want to bring it back.
Amen.
You ought to post the link on Reddit too.
You missed that part, Marco.
I guess I did. What happens now? These unidentified flying objects that may be aliens or may not be aliens sit behind a plane and just scan it for 30 minutes, and then they take off. That's what they're saying. This is what we're saying.
I don't know what you're talking
Marco,
about.
it's like scuba diving with dolphins. Okay, it's super fun for the UFOs to come down here and fly with airplanes.
That's okay. Hey, Sam, you just made sense of it. Okay, I get it. All right, sure. Yeah, all right.
Be ready. We believe. There we go.
I would hope beside it says abduct me.
And then they're gonna blow you up. It's good. I hope this creates a larger multimedia expansion into sci-fi and alien stuff, because I thoroughly enjoy that stuff. So
Eric,
I just watched Vast of Night.
It's not just where we got fiber optics. This has been told by Colonel Philip Corso, a 4-star general, who released a book called something about Roswell. I can't remember what it was. After Roswell, that's what it's called, where he explains that not only do we get fiber optics, we got the integrated circuit, we got Velcro, and we got night vision, all
what
from
about the microwave
crashed ships from Area 51. So shout out to Eric Hurd, Rookie of the Year. Good stuff. Rob says he was listening to Coast to Coast AM tonight. Rob, you're a good man. You're a good man. Continue listening to Coast to Coast AM. Art Bell is God. Art with a little G. With a little G.
There's a new UFO show on Amazon Prime called Vast of Night. Did you see that one, Brian?
Mm-mm. Is it like fiction or what?
I don't know. It's kind of a slow build. That's about this young guy with a radio show, and he and his cohort
I might still
are
be sleeping.
UFOs.
Yeah,
that's good.
Foreman grill.
No, I mean it's good. Like that type of stuff coming out, Sam. I'm really excited to hopefully get some better sci. It's been like a dead zone as far as alien sci-fi, like good stuff, not like the,
Well, Michigan's just not a hot spot like
you-
here in Arizona.
Did you not like Fourth Kind, Marco?
Which one was that?
Fourth Kind.
I can't remember. I probably seen
It's
it.
the one about the owls. People seeing
We should
owls
do a poll
before they
who
get
believes
abducted
in
by
aliens.
No, oh, I believe there's aliens. Don't get me wrong. I believe there's aliens. I just don't believe any of this bullshit. I mean, like, I don't think.
Dude, haven't you seen the videos of the UFOs that were released last year?
Yeah, yes, I've seen it all. Yeah, and like, yeah, even though people say, yeah, it was us going on the moon. It's either we didn't go on the moon or we got on the moon. We were so scared, and that's how we got microwaves and fiber optics, not the actual billions of dollars that we dumped into technology. And it was
Again,
the
Marco
part.
just talking out of his
Research.
ass.
Oh,
Like, we're
no,
so
no, no,
used
no.
to that. But
research
we do
ever-
know when Marco does just do things very, very well is when he's on the case.
What the fuck is this?
We're coming for you, buddy.
Marco PI.
Your
coming to
days
you
are
this fall.
numbered. Your days are numbered.
Because of Marco, the information we have gathered about you, you fucking troll.
You can't take it off the screen, Marco. You keep trying. You can't, buddy. You can't.
Dude, I got no clue what you guys are talking about.
You can deny it all you want, Marco.
He's good at what he does. That's why we keep him around.
He's very good at what he does.
And just so you know, we know. Shout out to all the boys out there in the Modern Playbook crew. We got him. We got him, boys. What did is it Obama that said it? We got him. Or who was that said that when we got Osama bin Laden?
For Bin
Somebody
Laden.
said, we got him.
Yeah, Obama.
We got him. Well, we got him, you guys. So Pepe Silva. Hartman,
No, that was for,
Hartman, you got it right. Pepe
Saddam.
Silva. Oh, that was Saddam? Oh, yeah, Saddam. We got him.
That was
Who's-
Saddam, yeah.
That was
Ladies
somebody.
and
that said that.
gentlemen, we got him.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Hey, Marco, I have an alternate theory about why things have turned weird lately. In 2016, they fired up the Large Hadron Collider.
Fucking
in
A, that
Europe.
was the Matrix switch, bro. That was the Matrix switch. You're 100% right, Sam.
That's what happened, and then Harambe died, and then everything went to shit after that.
It was like this, bro. It's because when we fired up that Large Hadron Collider, it created a universe within a universe, and that universe within that universe got too big, right? So they had to like put these poles through it to keep the real universe from getting too big. And
It wasn't
See, like,
space travel.
if they could make a $36 million or $1 billion movie out of what you're saying, Brian, brilliant. Put it up there. I want to see it.
they don't need to make a movie. They did it in real life, bro. That's what I'm telling you. Like CERN, bro. CERN. John Teeter told me about it years before CERN even happened. John Teeter told me that shit. Yeah. You don't even know who John Teeter is, bro.
No
You're not
clue.
that
No,
good
no,
of
no.
an investigator.
Oh, dude, I don't know who that is.
Like a multiverse. Yes, Marvel Man 616, like a multiverse. Speaking of multiverse, did you guys hear the news that we're going to get Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? What do you guys think about that?
Yeah. I did hear some rumors about that.
I've heard that rumors, and I was going to say they've been boiled by.
Sorry, Ishi, go ahead.
Sorry, this will be quick. Death of Doctor Strange is coming out in a week or two. I believe it's an 8-issue series. I said all along, Doctor Strange is going to die. It's going to be like a Knives Out type of, whodunit
History.
And then I was like, he's going to be back by the end. He ain't gone. I see on the previews we saw a cover, and it definitely looked like the Doctor Strange from What If. So that's kind of supporting this theory that moving forward, Doctor Strange might be this kind of What If evil version. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
That's normally what Marvel does. They kind of force feed it to you in a way that says this is coming.
Oh, they're pretty
Unlike
good.
Marco in the way he investigates.
Yes. Marco's slick. He's slick. So if there's anybody you do want to sue, it's not me or Kyle or Sam or Ish.
It's Marco.
Or Disney.
Or
All
Disney.
right.
Disney.
I got the feeling that the zombies What If episode was not. There's going to be more. That was like
there's
the
two
first
more.
part of a two-parter.
Yeah.
There's 2 more episodes.
That's what the rumor is that there's 2 more episodes. What's take a look here, see if we can find those rumors. These more episodes. You know what's funny? And I think we said that this was going to happen. I got so many like people that contacted me that aren't into comics, that knew I was into comics, that goes, "What zombie book should I buy? I want to own a zombies book. I want to get a 9.8." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" But yeah, it's happening. I think Marvel Zombies can do what maybe Walking Dead did back in the 2010s, right? When did Walking Dead come out?
2006.
Was Kirkman did the Marvel series too. I always thought it was good. Yeah, I did. I have no clue what's going on, brother. I just something about aliens, and then like Star Trek showed up, and now we're talking about zombies. I am all over the place tonight. I have no clue what's up. It was a good show. You guys liked it? The only thing I thought was like they kind of jammed too much in. Like,
yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, go ahead.
They're rushing through the zombie lore.
Yeah, I wish they wouldn't have. I mean, I wish they would have separated it out into parts, right? So they did the Kirkman stuff. They did a little bit of the Romero stuff in there. They did the like
2003
Zombieland thing. You know, they did the Zombieland version in there where they did the fast forward shooting, and it was all great. But I wish they would have kind of parsed it out. You could have made those into 3 different type of episodes, I feel, and made it extend out a little better. And I thought it would have been not only a tribute to all the great zombie like genres and creators of it, but I mean, really, what else do you got? You got time. It's animation, and it's not like it's stop cut animation. You could have done this. It's cheap enough that you could have put into 3 or 4 different versions.
They're saying episode 6 is going to be about Party Thor. I don't know how true that is, though, on this site.
Fat Party Thor.
Fat Party Thor? Nice. I guess.
No, Party Thor is the Thor they're featuring in Love and Thunder.
Oh, great. But yeah, I mean, is that what you thought? Is that what you thought too, Sam? Is what you
I thought they were rushing through it. It felt like I do kind of get this sense from a lot of the What If shows. It's just like I thought the first one it was really well paced with the Peggy Carter episode. I thought that was well paced, but I feel like the other ones are just so fast paced, and they're moving through the content before you have a chance to really sink your teeth into it. And no pun intended with the zombies, but it feels like they really ought to give us some more time to kind of enjoy the horror that comes from being a zombie, which is that you lose your humanity, right? Or you lose your control over your humanity. Mm. And they retain their powers, but it's just it's moving so fast.
They seem too smart for me.
Yeah.
I liked the Guardians one. I thought that was easy. Like how much longer are you gonna extend that one? And then the one where they did the Avengers are being killed off by Prim. Like I get it, but like how much longer do you do that? The problems that I had with this one was, like I said, once again, I thought that just what you said, even the ending, it seemed like it's set up for another episode, which may be season 2. We don't know that. But like, if you were going to do another episode on it anyways, why not just, those tropes that you used, why not just extend those out? You know what I mean? If you're going to do a Spider-Man does Zombieland's rules, like, why not just do that kind of almost as an entire, why not do a Zombieland style for an entire episode? Just like the actual Marvel zombies were like taken in different directions, because if you read all 4, whatever, they were each a little bit different. Same type of scenario. You could have done that, and I think it would have worked out and played a little bit better with it. I still thought it was pretty good, though.
I thought Zombie Wanda was badass. She was hungry.
Well, that was the thing too. Like in the original one, didn't they cut Black Panther apart in the original one, right? Like he lost almost all his limbs, correct? In the comic book, yes. Did anybody read the comic books?
I don't remember now.
I just said yes, and I was muted the whole time. I'm screaming at you like, yes, you dumb motherfucker. I just said yes.
Yeah. So I mean, that was kind of cool. I like that. That's what I'm saying. Like they did a lot of stuff that were callbacks and stuff like that. I just wish that they would have, kind of spread it out a little bit, maybe.
So episode 6 looks like it's going to be about Killmonger. So
Okay.
episode 6 is expected to be a Tony Stark centric episode. In an alternate dimension, Tony Stark will be saved by
We saw the
Killmonger.
preview on that one, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So there you guys go. Bummer. Listen, we're gonna get multiple seasons of this. They're gonna go back to each individual story. It'll be that type of thing.
I liked
I hope
that.
so. If they do that,
paid homage to Futurama in that
With
episode.
the head, yeah.
Yes.
That was cool, man. That was fun. No, I mean that's good. I'm just yeah, I thought it was good. It's, if they do go back, but what are we going to have to wait a year for that?
Probably.
I know it's
There's
just
gonna
going
be
to
so
everything
we got-
streams. You know what I mean?
Listen, we have to wait a year for it, but remember, there's like new Marvel shit coming out every month until
Yeah.
then. So
Valid point.
that's the good thing.
Valid point. Yeah.
That's the thing that like we forget. Let's look what's on the radar.
You know what's not on the radar is Marco drinking.
I am. I did. What do you think I did to keep up with you boys? I fucking cracked a Red Bull and a little bit of the Sal Pellegrino and the Mint Makers. Of course. Just because you wake up and drink. What do you do, man? Come on.
So Venom, of course, October. Eternals is November. Hawkeye will be November, the end of November. Listen, Hawkeye, man, is starting to look great, or sound great, and we're gonna all be talking about Hawkeye heavy for a long time here shortly. And then we have Spider-Man at the middle of December. Miss Marvel.
There's already rumors though that's being pushed to March.
Wow.
But hopefully Shang-Chi's success might squash that.
This is interesting. This was very. They put out a little sizzle reel for Miss Marvel. That's coming after that.
That looks good too.
Morbius, January. Doctor Strange is March 2022. Thor: Love and Thunder after that. Then Wakanda Forever. Spider-Verse sequel after that. The Marvels after that. Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special in December of 2022. Not this December, next December. And then Ant-Man, the new Wasp movie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Fantastic Four, Blade, Captain America 4, Deadpool 3, She-Hulk. I mean, look at all this stuff. Moon Knight. This is crazy. Loki Season 2. We're going to have to wait like 3 years for Loki Season 2? What the hell?
That's insane.
And honestly, we were talking about in Renovision too, like some of the stuff that DC's doing to pepper in there, they're adding some good content. So if you can get both engines running full speed,
this is what I'm really looking forward to, man. I'm really looking forward to this.
I just can't, though. I can't get excited because if I get too excited,
then you're not
gonna
looking forward to it, brother.
Yeah, no, I am, but you know what I mean. Like I got to keep my expectations really low. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I know what you mean. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like I can't, because if I start getting too excited and thinking about what I want to see, it's going to be no matter what they put out, I just won't like it. So I have to
Hashtag not my Marco.
I just have to sit there and go like, oh man,
yeah.
Don't get my hopes up too much. So
I'll be right back.
Oh, cool. See you later. Okay. That wasn't abrupt. Aliens just came in.
Later.
And they came in. They got him.
They're abducting
Hey!
McFly.
Show before he comes back.
Huh?
Stop him from abducting McFly.
Did you guys see the trailer for the new Wolverine video game by Insomniac?
No.
Don't worry, Pops.
I saw
You're
it, but
doing
I
good.
did not watch
Yes,
it.
yes. All that stuff's good.
I saw it was like Wolverine trailer, then I was like, oh, it's a video game. I don't care.
Well, yeah, because like in all the
I'm sure it'll be
stuff,
cool.
The PlayStation stuff came out, but even before that, they had the Midnight Suns came out, and then after that, the Wolverine one came out.
I think they also announced a sequel to the Spider-Man video game, the one I think it was from like 2 years ago that was hugely popular.
Yep.
That's the only reason why I want a PlayStation.
No, PlayStation 5. Yeah, we'll talk about something also that dropped on PlayStation 5 exclusively over on Tales from the Dark Side tomorrow. Yep, the aliens took him. He finally went up to the great...
And he's so stoked right now. He's like...
the great... Fuckers of the Fly.
You guys know we are 3 weeks away from James Bond. Look at my new T-shirt. Boom.
Ish, are
I'm
you a
so
true
stoked.
believer too? Sam apparently is a true believer. We know Brian's a true believer. Are you a true believer out there, Ish? Is it something like the hot
I
air
don't
or
know.
something? And all the air conditioning running?
I'm like I'm a
24/7.
doubting Thomas, so I'm one of those kind of true believers.
Yeah, because you're
Let me run something by you,
I'm
Marco. Let me
abducted.
just run something by you.
sure.
There's an abduction story from Arizona called
Of
Fire
course,
in
it's
the
from
Sky.
Arizona. It's got to be Arizona or Florida. I mean, but go ahead, continue.
I met the guy.
Fire in the
I met the guy
Sky.
who wrote it.
Okay.
Snowflake,
Okay.
Arizona. Yeah.
You
And
met him?
yeah, he went
Where?
to church with my sister.
The dude who
He
was
lives in
played by
Heber.
Bill Paxton.
He lives in Heber.
The actual guy.
The actual guy. He's still alive today.
All right.
Dude,
His anus
it's
is
like
still sore from the probing.
you'll never convince him it didn't happen. He was on Joe Rogan not long ago.
No. Hey, whoa. I believe. No, time out. Stop. I believe that there are people that
Travis
100%
Walton.
that 100% believe this. There's you go over city, I go over. There's people that believe a lot of stuff, man. Like I hear you.
What about the
I hear
lights
you.
over Phoenix?
What I'm just saying is, I'm not him. No, I'm not saying anything about him because what he wants to believe, even Brian, like I respect what he believes, and I do believe that there could absolutely be a duplicate universe someplace else. I don't believe there's little crafts giving us microwaves and probing people. Okay,
Okay.
that's what I don't believe.
Harmon's
Hey,
sports
hey,
card
it's just
says,
that billionaires like going into alien billionaires checking us out.
Hartman says he still goes to church. Yeah, not only does he go to church, but every time he talks in church, it's about aliens.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously. I'm not.
That's the best bad dad joke ever right there.
What is an alligator? That's awesome.
Marco. It's called Marco.
Hey, this is
Terrible.
what I'm saying though. Like this is what I'm saying. Like, and I actually like the lore. It's great lore. It's great storytelling and everything like that. Somebody in that situation is a little different. I don't want to speak on that person because obviously, if you think you've been abducted by aliens and
Did you investigate him?
then you're going into a church to preach at the pulpit about aliens, God bless you. So yeah, but no, the rest of it, I can make fun of people who, I listen to Coast too. It's entertaining, like, because it's entertainment. It's been proven to be entertainment. Like,
Docked by aliens.
yeah, I know. Anyways, so
Have you
but
seen
yeah,
Fire in the Sky? Have you seen that?
Yes, I've seen it. Yes, it's good. I like. It's all very entertaining.
Have you seen Communion with Christopher Walken?
Have you seen The
Probably
Fourth Kind
also.
with the owls?
Marco's doing a lot of probing in the
I
90s.
don't. What was the owl thing with the fourth kind? It sounds familiar, but I can't remember exactly if I've seen the fourth kind.
So The Fourth Kind is about people who have been abducted by aliens,
Mila
survived it,
Jovovich.
And then yeah, go ahead. Keep
and
going.
they're talking to a psychiatrist or therapist.
Mhm.
And the one thing that they keep talking to her is how they see owls in the window,
Yes,
and it's the aliens.
Yes, I've seen that before. Yes. Yes.
There's that one movie, Avengers, where the aliens show up too.
The Kree showed up. Yes.
Hey, have you seen Alien?
Not the
Yes,
Kree,
the alien
the,
and too. Yes.
So what
I love
more
the genre.
evidence do you need? What more evidence do you need,
I
Marco?
love the genre. This is the problem. I like the genre. Like I really do. But I don't think there's like
Have you
a
seen
secret
Star
pact.
Trek? That's all about
I don't
aliens.
think there's a secret pact between the U.S.
Star Trek First
Hey,
Contact.
aren't there
the Alien
aliens in
Federation
Star Wars?
contract. I don't think there's an alien. It's great. It's great. And by the way, that would be a great series. Like the Federation contract between aliens and the U.S. is a great series, and they should write that, and we should see it on TV. It would be brilliant. I mean, when they're talking about
Yeah,
the Blue
it's
Book,
called
brilliant.
Star Trek, Marco.
What?
What you just described. That
I want,
show
I want
exists.
good. I want good writing about
That
You
aliens.
didn't say the
Not-
Federation. You even used the word Federation.
It's because there's supposed to be
You
a
just described
contract.
Star Trek.
Oh, Jesus. There's a contract between the U.S. and aliens in Star Trek. Is this what you're telling me?
Initially,
Yeah.
yes.
That
and
only-
it's grown into the
that only the
Federation,
US
the
knows about
United
aliens.
Federation of Planets.
Only the United States knows about aliens, and they come down all the time and give the
Darmok
US
enchilada Tanagra.
Huh?
With Shaka when the
Shaka,
walls fell.
arms wide. Temba when the arms fell.
Kapla.
This is what I got up for, huh?
Hey, Marco.
Yeah.
What is?
I think if we make enough Star Trek references, Marco will just explode. He'll spontaneously.
I got no clue what you're talking about.
is the one with the white box the original reprint?
That's the Whitman. Yeah,
The Whitman.
that's beautiful though for that shape, man. That's beautiful, man.
A
He
Whitman?
docs.
No?
He was doxing for it.
I don't dock.
Okay, so yeah, but that's it. I mean, I think that would be brilliant if
Docking
they
with
did something like
aliens. That might be interesting.
I think we should come up with a screenplay and just do our own thing. We could do an internet thing.
We'll call it Trek Star.
Yeah, we'll call it whatever. Lead actor will be Comic Book Jesus. He will play the person who negotiates with the aliens. We'll have the whole storyline going out there. You know, we got legal taken care of with Nico and Sam and everybody else. Everybody's an internet lawyer at this point. We got to do production through. We have the Canadian connection for production. Ish. There we go. Ish and your mom, I guess, will take care of all
It can't
that.
be any worse than Mars
Sure.
Attacks.
And,
right?
huh? What's that?
Can't be any worse than Mars Attacks.
Mars Attacks is a good fucking movie, bro.
It
What's
was
wrong?
fucking
Yeah, it's a great satire.
Yeah, it's a good fucking. What,
I thought it was based on a true story
Yeah.
from Michigan.
No.
Mars Attacks was amazing, dude. Have we got a print run for Whitman's? No, there's nobody's gonna come out with a print run for Whitman's. It's all run over.
Scoff for Marco.
No, me and Eric talk about this. Like, it's interesting if we could figure out a way to get like the reprint now, because technically it'd be a third printing. A lot of those Whitmans would be the third printing of it, but I don't know. I mean, people collect it now. They don't call them reprints anymore. Now it's printings, right? So the Whitmans would. Ish, what would the Whitmans be? In most cases, a third printing for some of the Star Wars books, a sixth printing for the freaking one.
That's a good question.
Right? It'd be a sixth printing for one. It'd probably be like a four for fucking number 2 and 3, because you had the Michigan. Absolutely not. 100% not. Yeah.
Michigan.
Hey,
This is what happens when you live in the desert too long. It's the AC. By the way, you know that the aliens
Especially if
gave
you're
us
up
air
near the
conditioning. You
Sioux
do
State
know
Marie
that.
area. That's
Well, you know what?
No,
where
that's
do you think
different.
Freon
That's
came
different.
from?
No.
Where do you think
Absolutely.
Freon came from?
Yeah, aliens, and that's why there's so many true believers in Arizona, because they're always running their AC, and that's actually a programming beacon from the aliens that warps your mind.
So which one is
No,
this
come on.
one? The one that says reprint in it, and it has a white box.
Is that that's the second reprint, right?
There's white box with no word reprint also.
Yeah,
That's
the
what I
Whitman.
have. I have the white box with no word
The
reprint.
white box with no word reprint is the
right
Whitman.
there.
Yep. Mhm.
And then when
the
it
white
says
box
reprint,
Is the
Yeah.
reprint, but isn't that the
those are both 35 cents, right?
Yeah.
Did you pick
I'll
anything
promote
up
it.
Not
this
the
week?
35-cent variant.
I'm not,
which is
but
the-
I
which is the
I don't
grant.
live in the UP. Your mom, I don't live in the UP. I don't live that.
You did it in the
Sioux Marie.
90s.
No, I didn't. I was up there.
So
in the
did you
90s,
do
though.
the
I'm
mitten
just-
thing?
There's this strip club in Canada that you can get to from the UP in the 90s. Still looked like a disco from the fucking 60s. Crazy
You
place.
talking about the Canadian ballet?
Are you talking about the one that was abducted by aliens?
That was it. That was the one I liked.
The
What?
sequel, bro.
The strip club that was really alien strippers, and then you go to the VIP lounge.
That's why they don't have windows.
Yeah, I'm really trying to make sure that you guys don't dock
Michigan
me
is
for being a
Canada.
alien.
That's why they don't have
It's not
windows,
true.
Ish.
Play the ghost.
So
Get
they-
out of here.
Aliens are allergic to sunlight.
Purposely, as I put on my tin cap to sleep at night, I break both my AC units, so I don't have any air conditioning.
I remember growing up not having air conditioning in certain situations and not caring.
Flynn,
And
that's
now
because you
I'm
live
like-
downriver.
And now I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe anybody ever dealt without air conditioning.
I've lived in
here.
Arizona my whole life, and I don't think growing up, I don't think I had air conditioning in my house until I was like,
Well, did you guys have like
17.
swamp coolers?
yeah, we had swamp
Oh, you had
coolers.
nothing. Yeah,
We had nothing.
swamp.
We didn't have
Swamp
anything.
coolers
Air
blow
climate.
in August.
Wonderfully.
We didn't have anything, but now I got 2 air conditioners, and there's so, because it's the lake, everybody lets fire go all the time. You know, like they get their burn permits, so it's just like a constant smoke at night, which I can't deal with because of my allergy. So I have to hit the AC all the time, and the aliens abduct my brains while I'm sleeping. So I have to wear a aluminum foil hat on my head.
That's the explanation right there. Then
Swamp. What's a swamp cooler? What is a swamp cooler? This is interesting.
It
water.
injects.
It basically pumps water through your house.
So it's got it's
an evap
it's an
cooler.
AC with
It's
water.
an evap cooler.
Yeah.
We
Your
call it
evap.
a swamp cooler.
So there's a diamond reprint with blank UPC. Must say reprint on the cover or inside the indicia or both. So there's that one, and then there's there's 2 diamond reprints. Holy shit, man! What
The other
hell?
one's the Whitman. That's what you're showing. And then I think Whitman actually had a third one where he had the cross through, right? Which would be the 5th print.
There's a 35-cent one that is not the diamond, and then there's a 30-cent one that's a reprint that has
the biggest printed fucking book, especially one.
So here's the crazy shit. This is
Yeah,
so crazy.
There's
man.
even like the movie special reprint.
Yeah, there's
So
a movie
here's-
special. Yeah,
Here's the
I think there's
regular
even
for
two
number
versions of
3.
those.
so regular for 3.
This is the regular for number 3.
Is there's 3? Is it 2 or is it 3 of these?
There's 4 of them. So there's this one.
Well,
That's the regular.
Okay, that's right.
This is the Whitman
Whitman
non-reprint.
Yep, but it's still a reprint. Yes.
This is the reprint version with the diamond.
Mhm.
That's 3 now.
Which was a pack.
This is the reprint without the diamond,
which was the
newsstand, right?
So that was the second
So
printing.
newsstand.
Supposed to be the second.
and this
I think
is
this
the
was pre-
35-cent
pre-newsstand, though.
newsstand. No, it wasn't, because these are direct right here.
This is like 1977 though.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
these are pre.
Yeah,
It
this
was-
is pre-division.
It's it was pre-division because they were. That's
But
what the
isn't there-
35
what-
cents was. The 35
What
cents
about
was
the
regional.
first print 35 cent?
There's
So
not a
it's the
first print
5
35-cent. There is a there is a first print 35 cents. It's right here.
Yeah, right there. That's
Yeah.
it. The diamond.
It has
That's
the
most
square
valuable one,
box.
right? Correct.
Yes, it has the square box
Mhm.
without, and it has the newsstand barcode, as I call
And
it.
it was only released in like 5 random cities like Albuquerque.
It was
Tulsa.
that was the wasn't it the there was released the
Something like
test
that.
cities, right? It was
Yeah,
still
5
released in the
test cities, but they were like medium-sized cities, not major markets.
So I think these were like considered direct versions, aren't they?
That one is
Diamonds.
the one that's the one that is diamond.
Both these are 2 diamonds. This one says diamond. This is
That-
I think
diamond.
they're really
That was
all
Whitman.
newsstand, technically.
Yeah, these were packs. They came in packs. That's why they didn't have scan codes because you needed a barcode longer.
What's up, Mel?
Mel V, my man, how's it
In
been?
the house.
He's
Yo,
so-
Mel V. Hey, Mel V. Mel V.
We
Hold
hope
on,
they do all
brother.
right.
Mel V. Check it out, brother. We got him.
We fucking
We
got
fucking
him.
got him.
Thank you, Marco.
We fucking got him, Mel.
You got Bender?
We got him, brother. His days are numbered. His days are numbered.
How the Lions
Closing
doing?
in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't fall
Closing
for
in.
one.
So
The Lions. Hopefully, we can go 500. I mean, like they're not. I mean,
Eric
what do you want?
Eric
There's no
Esford
TV.
is correct. The
Game took off.
division
Five.
between direct and newsstand started in 79.
79.
what do you mean division? Because there was newsstands and directs before 79.
No. Yeah.
No.
No. Because me and Eric did this before. That's why we were talking about the Whitman thing earlier. How it was they were shipping them out even to the direct area with the UPC barcodes on it. They hadn't separated into 2 different segmentations. That's what Ish is saying, especially with the Star Wars books. The only difference between it was in 5 test market areas, they actually started shipping out price changes originally to see if the price increase would actually hurt overall sales in areas. The Whitman packs, on the other hand, was pretty much a reprint. It was a 3rd or 4th print of whatever they were already printing on there for an overprint because you had regional printers at the time. So with regional printers, you just printed out whatever they had and took the UPC code off because the UPC
Wasn't it because
was
the
actually
movie
on
came
back.
out?
Mhm.
I think
Oh,
the
wasn't
movie came out was huge. The movie came out, it was
Huge.
huge, and they started
Yep.
putting out the reprints.
Start putting out the reprints. Yeah, after the movies came out. But the Whitman packs don't have the UPC codes because the UPC codes were put on the packaging. So you only had one UPC code because what you didn't want them to do was ring up each individual book. You didn't want people to tape over the packages and then you could sell the books and send them back for more money than you could get in the Whitman packs because the Whitman packs were cheaper.
They just scanned
So if
the
you had
poly
this
bags.
UPC, yeah, because you scanned the poly bags. So that's how you had it. Because the returns would kill them. So that the regional people wouldn't get screwed on the returns. That's how they did it. And then to take care of that, because of LCSs, they decided to stop doing the UPCs and doing direct editions. That way the refunds were different because you had to pre-buy up front to do with some of the regional buying to do LCSs. I could do a whole thing on it sometime. I thought I did before, but get more into it probably when it's not fucking 1:30 in the morning.
You had a nap. Don't act like you ain't tired. You took a
I'm
nap.
still fucking tired, man.
It's time to get into it. Let's do it. Let's start it right now.
Well, that being said,
Or not.
ladies and gentlemen, we hope you had a good night. We hope you enjoyed the show. 3 hours in. We're having fun over here. And
Go to change.org and sign our petition.
Yep. Yeah. Amen. All right. That being said, remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tomorrow, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern on Whatnot, Tales from the Flipside account, Star Wars Sundays begins. I'm getting books all put in right now. So
get that Squirrel Girl. You guys are doing you guys did a thing for Squirrel Girl?
We did a change.org. We made a
Sign
petition
sign
to
me
get
up.
it back.
I want that thing back, bro. That thing's dope.
We don't sign you up. You go and sign on the petition.
Yeah. So check it out. Change.org. It is there is a link that I will post right now for everybody that wants to go sign the change.org change.org link. There you go. We all want to see Squirrel Girl, especially the AT&T Squirrel Girl.
I never thought I wanted to see Squirrel Girl so bad till I was on this show tonight.
Yeah.
Now I'm all in.
Yeah.
I didn't even think this was real. I thought the photos of her were like cosplay and stuff.
Yeah.
Just the premise should be fun, right? Because it was going to be like an Adult Swim type thing, right?
And by the way, you guys, Pepe Silvia, we know where you're at. We got you. That being said,
Who's Pepe Silvia?
We'll
Is
see
this
you
another
next
Star
time.
Trek joke?